Hey everybody, and welcome back to the MGF Podcast. This is episode 13 of the show where we talk movies, games, Lego, and whatever else. And joining me for this potentially very extensive episode is Tait.
Guys, we have a crazy episode, and we will have a crazy episode next week as well. Guys, it is E3. Ross and I are super excited to talk with you guys about the current topics, about the topics this week, next week, and the week after. These are the first few days of E3, and my excitement is already immeasurable. We are talking about not only E3, but Dark Phoenix and Black Mirror Season 5. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Ross, let's get done with the introduction, and let's move on to X-Men Dark Phoenix.
So, to get started really quick, some updates on my Avengers Endgame showcases. I have been slowly inching along, working on Captain America a little bit, trying to get to the point where I can do a preview photo of him wielding Mjolnir. And while working on him and painting the scales slowly, the last week I have also just got in the wings for Rescue, which look amazing. I can't wait to paint those up. I mean, her and the Iron Man Mark 85 are just going to look so fantastic together. But of course, Captain America and the original Avengers are the priority. And I'm getting started on Thanos as soon as I get that first Captain America preview up. And so that is the current update for the Avengers Endgame showcase.
Yep, sorry for not introducing that. Totally forgot. Totally slipped my mind. I did not have a graphic. I'm so sorry, Ross.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I've got Dark Phoenix pulled up right now.
I just figured I'd be like, hey, people might want to know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a big one. That's definitely a big one.
But yeah, dude. So
guys, by the way, I'm doing the Thanos for Ross. By the way, I've never sculpted or painted a minifigure before, but trust me, it'll look good.
He's doing the whole thing. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. So Tait, Dark Phoenix came out.
Oh,
this is,
man.
This movie. Yeah, it's just so amazing to me how it's even possible in Hollywood for a studio to basically make a movie by accident. Because it's like, this movie wouldn't have happened if the merger kicked off sooner with them and Disney. They wouldn't have let this move forward and been like, no, we're being acquired. Just don't bother. This is a bad time. We're not doing another movie for the X-Men. It's like, we ended on a good note with Logan, leave it there. But no, this movie got handed over to Simon Kinberg. Bryan Singer couldn't back for any number of reasons. That guy's career is up and down. Man, after the god-awful production, from what we've heard, the reshoots that apparently didn't do a lot to help the movie, and finally getting to the first trailer that came out in January, and you had people that were, you had the trailer come out, but the people at Fox were like, oh, but we're going to delay the movie until June. So, last fall, they were like, movie's coming out February, and then the day after, they delayed it to June. So after they told the whole world that the final Fox-Men movie is coming out in February 14th, they're like, nope, June 7th. I was like, what? So everybody knew this movie wasn't going to be good. The trailers didn't look that exciting. Dark Phoenix already has a bad rap because people cannot get over that 2006 Last Stand movie that I barely remember, honestly. I mean, listen, man, I love First Class and Days of Future Past and Logan. I really couldn't care less about the first three X-Men movies, not going to lie. I haven't rewatched them either. So, I mean, maybe if I rewatch them, I'll care a bit more about them. But personally, I've always just kind of appreciated them and their connectivity to the newer films. And so, I don't really care about the original Dark Phoenix movie and the original Last Stand movie that everybody, brings up to compare to this one and saying that this one is actually somehow worse than that movie. I've seen a lot of footage from The Last Stand, and I think that's pretty insulting, honestly. This movie, while it is bad, it is a drag. Listen, man, the performances are great. I mean, the cast, they bring it. Honestly, the only person in the movie who really wasn't trying was Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody else was on board. She was the only one who was like, get me out of this makeup. I don't want to do this anymore. You could tell. So I appreciate her coming back in to be killed off, which is not a spoiler. That was pretty much everywhere, and they even revealed that to the public to generate some buzz for this movie. And it's like, The space scene was great. I love the space sequence in the intro. That was probably the best part of the movie was the space sequence, which is pretty sad. But I mean, I remember just sitting in the theater watching it with my mom, and because my mom, she was also invested in these X-Men movies, and she really loves, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender as Charles and Magneto, and so getting to this point and watching this movie and just like sitting there so bored out of our minds, she fell asleep halfway through and missed the rest of it. I was just there like, it's just so boring, and it's Simon Kinberg's directorial debut. The guy has done amazing things for this industry with some of the movies he's written and some of the work he's done. But my God, this was not the movie for him to be placed in, behind a camera for the first time. This should not have been Simon Kinberg's directorial debut. I appreciate the guy trying. I appreciate that he was still able to bring the same performances out of the cast for the most part. I appreciate that visually it wasn't too much of a bore the whole time. But listen, man, nothing happens in this movie. It's really great to see them all, performing as the characters one more time, and to see them all unified together as the X-Men and using their powers together. But again, it's just like the Dark Phoenix, joins with Jean. She accidentally kills Raven, and then it's just the X-Men kind of using their powers to deal with the situation.
Do I need to change it to spoilers? That sounded like
no, that's not.
Oh.
Dude, that's really not spoilers.
I mean, that's
honestly.
what happened in the comics, but
I mean that, but it's when I say dealing with a situation, it's not like it's a grand situation. I mean, it's like they're fighting outside of like some building in New York on a street as like the big second act battle. I mean, God, listen, man, there's just one word to tie to this movie. It's just boring. I was just shocked by how uneventful the whole thing is. I mean, I don't know what the hell Simon Kinberg was thinking. I really don't. Like how he wrote this, and especially with Jessica Chastain's character, which was comically bad. I mean, no spoilers, but I don't think anyone cares, but I won't spoil it anyway. She is like the most, good God, what a waste of the poor woman. I mean, she is an incredible actress, as we know. And the role she's given to play in this movie is like practically written by a fifth grader. Jeez. I mean, she herself and the antagonists in this movie are funny. I mean, they're hilarious. It is insulting. This movie, and it hurts to say this because I loved First Class, Days of Future Past, and I love Logan for the most part. And so it's like, to say that this movie is this bad, it hurts,
easy.
Man.
It's not easy.
And again, I cannot stress enough. It was nice to go back and watch them perform as the characters one more time before they leave, before it's over, and we finally, the characters are sent back over to Marvel Studios once and for all. Thank you, God. So I enjoyed watching the actors act in the roles. That part, that was consistently good in the movie. The story was laughable. I mean, some of the decisions made by a couple of the characters are ridiculous. There are moments and things to appreciate about this movie if you're an X-Men fan, if you've enjoyed the movies. I mean, it's not like it's a good background movie. Don't go see this in theaters. Just have it on in the background while you're doing something. Cleaning up the house one day, put it on in the background. Just, this movie, I don't know what streaming service they could have brought it to, but this should never have been in theaters.
Yikes.
I mean, this was a mistake because they failed to generate hype, because the marketing campaign was so laughably bad. I mean, because there's already so much going on this year in the way of superhero films that Dark Phoenix could never have competed with, even if it was good.
So here's the thing. Here's my perspective,
Yeah.
Ross.
Yeah.
Before you go on the Ross rant that takes 3 hours, which we would all like to see, but we have a lot to get to. As an outsider,
those are my thoughts on the movie, honestly. I don't really even care enough to go into spoilers. I really don't.
Then we'll skip the spoiler section. But anyway, guys, my take as an outsider, somebody who's not seen the movie, I watched First Class and I watched I watched First Class and Days of Future Past and Apocalypse this past week. Apocalypse is just bad, by the way. I watched those three movies this week.
Again, with Apocalypse, there are good things in that movie.
Oh yeah. My perspective on this is that this needed in the year that Endgame came out, in the year that Avengers for console comes out, this movie to stand on its own needed to reinvent the superhero genre. Not even the superhero genre, but just needed to be an incredible
grand
finale movie. And frankly, it just doesn't look like it's that.
It's not. It's not at all. I mean, it is, instead of a big, ramp up a mountain to a big explosive battle, a big explosive ending, it is just a slow decline down a small slope, waiting until the reserves on the car run out and the car just completely stops.
Jeez.
I mean, it is just a slow... It's a funeral. That's what this movie is. It is a funeral for the X-Men from Fox. That's what this is. It is that this movie is the testament to Fox having dragged this on for too long. They should have ended it with Days of Future Past. I enjoyed Apocalypse for some of its sequences. There's some really great stuff in that movie. I'm still proud of the figures I made. But good God, Days of Future Past was the perfect place to end it. And then Logan would have been the perfect Elseworld story to fully wrap up on. And that would have been the perfect cherry on top. They should have left it at Logan. But no, they made this. They gave Simon Kinberg $200 million to make this mess. And oh my God, the box office is really sad.
Speaking of the box office, Godzilla King of Monsters, a movie that I still want to see very, very much, is just... It's just been castrated by these reviewers. I mean, honestly, if these reviewers said monster fights in a monster movie's badass, like the audience did, there wouldn't be this big of an issue at the box office second week.
Yeah, man, critics needed to stop with Godzilla.
They killed Godzilla, and that's unforgivable.
That movie is fun to watch. I mean, when those monsters are on screen, it is effing cool. I mean, and again, especially if you're like on the first row looking up. And again, we talked about this already at length. The characters are serviceable. The movie did not deserve this. The passion put into this movie by everybody involved to finally make arguably the best Godzilla movie to date with all of today's technology and what's possible with today's CG.
Mm-hmm.
It is insulting that the critics did this. It is obnoxious because they convinced so many people to not go and enjoy and appreciate the scale that is to be had with the movie. I mean, it is amazing to watch. Again, especially when you're on the first row. And to just pick at the human characters when all people did in 2014 was ask for more monsters, when the human characters again are serviceable. This is why I think Rotten Tomatoes is an absolute joke. The fact that Rotten Tomatoes is a prominent and like the fact that Rotten Tomatoes is the word of God as far as movies go and the entire movie industry as a whole, again, just insulting.
See,
insulting.
My problem with the Oscars is now being kind of my problem with the Oscars is now becoming my problem with Rotten Tomatoes. That these people are ranking all of these movies that are entirely artistically different, that have entirely different artistic purposes against each other, and voting for the one that's the most pathos heavy movie, right? Now you can argue that Godzilla is a pathos heavy movie because of the fact that, oh my gosh, it's just euphoria, but that should not be judged against a movie. So like Her, for example, it should not be judged against Her.
Yeah, we just watched Her night before last for the first time. That's a phenomenal movie. But I've
been telling you for a year, Ross, to watch that movie. It is incredible.
1998, Rotten Tomatoes is founded, and it's like, why did this shitty website founded in 1998 suddenly become, again, the word of God
Do you want
for
to know the
movies?
truth? You want to know the
It's
truth?
insane to me.
If your movie gets above a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, you get paid by Rotten Tomatoes. Here's how it works, Ross. 97%, 94%, 93%, 91%. Anything under 90%, you don't get paid by Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes literally pays the studio or the distributor, whoever owns the rights to the movie. They pay them based upon their fresh rating.
That's sick.
So like Paddington 2 has been given the most money by Rotten Tomatoes because of the fact that it has like it had like 100% for a long time. So that's why
So it's even worse, man. So the movie industry is just like monetarily a slave to freaking Rotten Tomatoes. I can't.
Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Black Mirror season 5 came out. You want to talk about that? We're gonna start. We're gonna start with non-spoilers. I'm gonna start by saying that season 5 really lost me. It doesn't really feel like Black Mirror anymore, aside from the Anthony Mackie episode. Striking Vipers feels like Black Mirror. The other 2 episodes, not so much. I'm a huge fan of Black Mirror seasons 1 and 2. I like 3 and 4. I think that there are more failures. See, the thing with season 4 is that half of them are failures and half of them are incredible, in my opinion. It's a very direct split. And then this is just kind of the worst. This is kind of the worst of the worst. This is kind of just... I mean, these aren't as boring as Crocodile. I mean, the second episode... the second episode is as boring as Crocodile. But the first episode and the third episode... I mean, they're just not great. Ross, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Tate, I already... we already talked about this a little bit, but I mean, it's like... To just kind of take a quick step back, I really enjoyed Bandersnatch. I thought Bandersnatch was a really great and inventive idea, and it was executed pretty well. But listen, man, I would have gladly sacrificed it for a better season 5.
I would as well.
I mean, gladly. Because, okay, if they devoted too many resources to doing Bandersnatch, they could only do 3 episodes for this season. Okay. Well, those three episodes better be pretty fantastic.
I mean, they could even be mediocre. They could even be mediocre, but these are just kind of bad.
I wouldn't go as far as to say they were bad. I could point to a lot of other Black Mirror episodes that I personally think were worse or less enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I just like I really enjoyed Anthony Mackie's episode. I thought it was a very interesting idea. I really actually enjoyed Smithereens. I wouldn't say Smithereens is like among my favorites, but Smithereens felt like a very real episode. And as far as what the show's central purpose, Black Mirror, to put a mirror to society, I thought Smithereens was the most blunt episode.
I thought Smithereens was like Crocodile, dude. I mean, I got bored, if I'm being completely honest. I thought that midpoint, the 30 minutes in, I thought that was going to be the end of the episode. I did not hate it as much. I did not hate it as much as whatever the Miley Cyrus episode is called. I don't even care. Ashley O.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I mean, Smithereens is certainly not that exciting or even that creative at all. But I thought it was still put together fairly well.
See, Ross,
and I think
I appreciate in cinema, and I consider Black Mirror cinema because of the way that it is. I mean, come on, it's not a TV show. There are small cinematics, right? I appreciate. The word escapes me. It's early in the morning, at least for me. The word escapes me. Nuance. Nuance is the word I'm thinking about. I appreciate nuance. I love Oscar bait movies like Moonlight and Her and Founder and those kind of movies that Ross hates, and Shape of Water, but and Birdman, Ross, and Birdman. I adore those nuanced cinematic movies, not a fan. Right? But I still felt like Smithereens really missed where it was going for. I liked the twist, which I'm not going to say, but you could see it from a mile away. You could see it
Yeah.
from an absolute mile away. I mean, it was so obvious, and it felt very realistic. As in terms, we'll talk about this in spoilers as well. The humanity and the mental instability was there, which I really appreciated. But overall, I think they do something like this better, the nuanced thing better in San Junipero and those kind of episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm kind of glad you brought that up a little bit because I'm glad that in this season, the downloading of consciousnesses like that took a backseat. I mean, granted, you had that in the Ashley O episode, but it wasn't like the primary focus, which has been the case for a lot of Black Mirror episodes.
So yeah, so
But
we have the Black Mirror Museum. We
yeah,
have so many episodes in
mm-hmm.
season 4, in season 3, and season 4. Even like the dating app, and
Yeah,
that awesome Hang the DJ. That episode's awesome. I like that one a lot.
yeah,
But
really good.
even that one, I mean, it's just there's like you were saying, a lot of downloading consciousness, and like you just said, I'm really glad that took a backseat.
Yeah, man. And so again, Smithereens, not inventive, not creative, not revolutionary, not even exciting, but it's just very real. It's just like I said, it's just taking Black Mirror and the definition of the series and just making an episode out of it.
It felt the most
Like,
like the very first episode ever released.
yeah, I will say what kept me engaged was Andrew Scott. Like his performance, dude. I mean, he was so spot on and so perfect as Chris the whole way through, and his performance was so real as somebody who 5 years later has just completely broken down
Yeah.
and lost it, racked with guilt over what happened, barely able to freaking cling on to life anymore. I mean, I fully believed him the entire time.
Yeah, I agree
I
with you. I mean,
like
his mental
at no
instability
point
felt
was I
real.
thinking of his other roles. Like I wasn't thinking of Moriarty. I wasn't thinking of him. Or I just fully believed him as Chris,
Yep.
as the person who experienced this horrible disaster because of just looking, just of what happened to the character. And I think that it's interesting, man.
Yeah,
Um,
it felt a lot like that. Oh my god, I don't like the episode of the kid who watched child porn and the hackers. It felt like that episode kind of. I hate that episode. I mean, that really lost the mark for me.
yeah, it's not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Man.
Can we move on to spoilers? Because I have a lot of things I'd like to say in terms of
Yeah, well,
spoilers.
just in terms of non spoilers too, just to cover it really quick. Um, the Ashley 2 episode was definitely pretty interesting for a number of reasons. And I personally really identify with a lot of the themes in the episode, but it's by no means my favorite.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, that is one of my
So
least favorite.
spoilers for Black Mirror season
I
5.
do want to say, guys, it is still worth watching. I mean, they do some of the things that. I mean, there's nothing like this show. This is the weakest. These are some of the weakest episodes of the show, but it's still a phenomenal show. I mean, appreciate the cinematography, especially in Smithereens. I mean, the cinematography in Smithereens is so inventive, so creative. Moving on to spoilers. Let's start with the first episode of the season, Striking Vipers. Now, in this episode, essentially, you have the USS Callister idea of the whole going into a video game thing. Two
Love that
best
episode.
The USS Callister episode.
Yeah,
I thought it was overrated personally. I wasn't a huge fan, but I like
that's fair.
what they were doing. I like what they were doing.
Yeah, that's
The
fair.
the biggest plus, not the biggest plus, but the strongest thing that they did with this season is they brought back the whole technology just being an inherent thing in the world they live in. Like season 4 and season 3 kind of lost like remember in season 1 and season 2, in season 2 specifically, how the birth, the pregnancy tests had the little baby that sings on them. Like we don't have that today. It's like a little technology leap. And then the phones would be glass screens as opposed to having a back. They'd be like, just a piece of glass. We don't have that today. Those little things made the worlds feel very believable.
Yeah,
And we had those little things in Striking Vipers, which I really appreciated.
right.
Now, Ross, I kind of want to skip to the end, just skip straight on. This episode is easily comparable to San Junipero. I mean, they're using the same virtual reality little head things that they use in USS Callister, the same ones, the little dots on the temple. And Ross, let me tell you, San Junipero did it so much better because it was two people falling in love with each other as actual people. Yes, they were avatars in a world, but they were not anime characters that had perfect bodies. And the whole thing. I
didn't
was
think
reading,
of it that way. This one really is kind of just like a discount San Junipero, isn't it?
Well, when you think about it, San Junipero is younger versions of themselves, and they're still two women. And I've read a lot of things online that it's a queer relationship, and that's a big thing with how they a big inspiration for this episode was having a queer relationship. But here's the thing: it's not a queer relationship if one of the people is having straight sex, which really this is a mature topic, but this is a mature show. It really felt bad to me that these are two men that were friends for their whole lives, and they decide to have sex with each other in a video game that alters the way they look. I mean, honestly, look at it in Anthony Mackie's eyes. He's falling. They're both falling in love with the feeling. As in San Junipero, they were falling in love with each other. They're falling in love with the struggle of each other.
Right.
They were struggling with being old.
That's why the ending of this was so confusing to me, because I didn't really jive with the messages the episode ultimately sends by the end of it. That his wife essentially is okay with this because she had similar urges, but by no means acted on them the way he did after all that time being dishonest. I was just like, what kind of, like, what are we trying to say here with this episode? To be true to yourself and make compromises? I'm like, what is this?
It's not being true to yourself if you're an anime character. That's the issue.
It's like, no matter, I don't like how, like, granted, I mean, it's nothing new for Black Mirror to end in a dark place and to end in an unexpected place. But at the same time, I don't know, I just expected something different than
honestly, Ross,
both parties to essentially give in to the temptation of it.
Honestly, Ross, I thought when they were gonna meet up behind that building and kiss, I thought that they were gonna like figure out that they were gay for each other, and I really would have preferred that. That would have felt a lot more human. But it kind of reinforced the fact that Carl was in love with feeling, having intercourse with a vagina, and then Danny was into it because they were both anime characters.
Lego podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
No, here's the thing. I mean, it was just so.
Oh boy.
It just felt bad. Whereas in San Junipero, it's two people. It's two people that really do love each other, and it just felt a lot better than this. This was weird, man.
I hope we're not like being played super loud in anyone's room.
Oh well, hey man. I mean, we have Black Mirror in the title, so.
Anyway,
it gets weird. Anyway, so biggest criticisms, the performances, like the Carl performances were weird. He had very rapey vibes. It was awkward. Anthony Mackie did fine. I thought he was playing Anthony Mackie, which was cool. It just was a weird concept. They should have just made gay love, and it would have fixed everything. That's the thing. I'm saying that as a straight man who loves cinema. Anyway, moving forward. Moving on.
No, I kind of agree.
Moving on, I mean, that would have felt a lot more human. Smithereens, I would argue, is a stronger overall episode. Topher Grace was kind of weak towards the end of it, but otherwise, it felt human. I like when Black Mirror episodes kind of mirror the human world, like, the oh my gosh, the pig sex episode that the series opened with. What's that one called? The name escapes me.
It's oh god, it was called the National Anthem.
So you have National Anthem, the weird child porn episode with the hackers, and then you have Smithereens as kind of the grounded in reality episodes. I appreciated Smithereens for what it was doing as it followed those episodes kind of closely. I'm so glad we don't have to talk about sex anymore. I mean, this is kind of nice. So like switch around, like get off that topic. Gosh. But anyway, Smithereens, as we were saying in that spoiler, for me, kind of boring, kind of lost me, but I still appreciated that it was in the real world. I appreciated that it was a I can't think of the term, dude. It was an attack on social media, and I liked that.
Yeah, it was an hour-long commercial to just ultimately wake anybody up who's watching. So that anybody watching when they're on their phone and even if they have their phone propped up on their dash while they're driving and they reach over to change a song, they'll think twice. Because that's so important. That's just important to remember for anyone watching. It's
I think it's more important to compare it though.
It's very real that it only takes a few seconds for a crisis like that to occur when you're driving. And so it's like, I appreciate the message. I don't necessarily, it's hard for me to say that I wish they didn't take an entire episode of Black Mirror to do it, but it's like, it's such an important message. I mean, how many millions of car crashes are caused per year? Like too many.
Right. I love it.
Per year. And so I appreciate them trying to get the message out with the episode.
I love when Black Mirror critiques social norms, and they're critiquing the social norm of social media. At the end, like I guess the credits scene, when everybody's checking their phones during mundane activities, really highlights that. I mean, Black Mirror at the end of the day criticizes our human necessity in a way. The things that we are accustomed to that are very dangerous. I bring up the episode 15 Million Merits as kind of, I was thinking about 15 Million Merits the entire time, more so than the national anthem and the weird child porn episode, because of the fact that 15 Million Merits really explored consumerism and what it means to be living in a capitalist, money-hungry society, and really played with that it takes an inch of fame, that hard work and an inch of fame can change a person, can change a revolutionary, right? And I wish that kind of message was played a little bit more, the kind of twist, like the twist at the end where they change they become the thing that they hated so much. But otherwise, I think it was a very good critique on our use of social media, on our dependence on social media. But like I said earlier, the twist could be seen a mile away. It unfolded very, very easily and quickly. And yeah, he hooked up with his fiance's mother, I think that was alluded to. Maybe not. I don't know. I think that was alluded to at the end. What do you think, Ross? Because I think that's the only point of contention in that episode.
We're talking about Smithereens, right?
Yes. Remember at the end where he gives the lady the password?
Yeah.
I think that was his fiance. I think they were kind of alluding to that with the sniper and the logging in. What do you think?
What do you mean?
Oh wait, no, never mind. No, the daughter committed suicide. No, never mind.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
I watched it late at night. No. Now I'm remembering. Yeah. Never mind. Redacting that statement.
How about this? Who do you think died?
Oh, I think definitely the hostage. It's Black Mirror.
Really?
100%. I think they're gonna do another episode that relates back, like a little Easter egg, because they love their Easter eggs in the show.
Yeah, it's like kid dies in car. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think so.
How much of a shame would that be?
The struggle at the end felt so weird, but it honestly felt so human that the guy was just trying to help, and the police had no choice. I liked that a lot.
Yeah. Oh man.
Anyway, Ashley 2.
Oh yeah. Ashley 2.
Okay. I'm gonna put this lightly because I don't want to get into a Ross rant.
Mm-hmm.
Overacted by almost everyone except for like the dad. The dad was the only person who didn't overact. Both the kids overacted. Miley Cyrus overacted, and then the aunt overacted, and all of her henchmen. So one overacted.
It was the most cartoony episode of Black Mirror that's ever been done.
It didn't feel like Black Mirror, but 1 overacted, 2 corny, and 3 just... I mean, this episode was made for teenage girls, and I appreciate that. There needs to be an episode for everybody in Black Mirror, but oh my gosh, I mean, please just make it inventive, dude.
But at the same time, I kind of found myself relating to some of those themes because... As an online personality, as somebody who has a presence online, there are definitely moments where you do feel like you're wearing somebody else's skin. So I definitely, I was able to relate to that.
Yeah, Ross, where are the Yankee figs? Where's the Yankee figs?
I know. And so I got, so I appreciated those themes and I appreciated the theme of her of Miley Cyrus's character looking like she has the perfect pop star life where everything's going well, when really, thematically, like their father with the rats, she is the rat in the big glass cage. She's trapped in there with her mother, or not her mother, her aunt, excuse me, who's like a total nutcase. I
Yeah.
mean, it's scary because things like that are very real in that industry, and it's scary.
Yeah.
And so I appreciated those themes. Um, because I've seen I've had some personal experience with people like that, and it's like, I think that it's really great. It's a great episode for creatives, for artists, to remind them, just to stick to who they are. I appreciate those themes. It's just they're not new themes, and it's not really presented in any kind of inventive way here. And I appreciated the Ashley 2 doll, though, and the robot there that they tried to mass produce, and the consciousness idea, and it only being able to use 4%, which is the super nice PR friendly version of the persona that they're trying to market to the world from Ashley O. But it's like, I again, like you said, the girls in the episode, it was like I was on board, but man, once you got to the second half, they just got goofier and goofier, and I was like, this is a bad like episode of like ET. Like,
Okay, so I would like to say that I watch Black Mirror personally to explore a concept that we
yeah.
have in our reality that would that's perhaps a negative thing that we do every day,
Mm-hmm.
and in this episode, if they're going to tackle changing, becoming somebody else, for
Yeah.
the media, all that kind of stuff. I was honestly watching the episode, and I thought the Ashley 2 dolls were supposed to be conditioning young girls to be exactly like Ashley O, and then they were going to take the main protagonist and make her the new Ashley O once Ashley O started being rebellious, to kind of
That
show
would have
that
been
to
that would
kind
have
of
been
show.
messed up.
Right, and it's Black Mirror, so I really thought that was going to happen because it shows that once you strike against the institution strikes back. That the institution's always stronger. Those communist and fascist kind of scary beliefs, and then we got a zany car chase and a bunch of zany stuff. I really thought that it was going to be an episode about like really commenting. I thought it was going to be a commentary on these strong governments that you can't you can't always just take in information, that there are always things that should be judged and addressed, and things that are big and scary that you have no power over. And I thought the episode was going to end with just the main character. I don't remember her name, but the little girl that was dancing becoming Ashley O. I like I just said, I thought she was going to become the new Ashley O, and she was going to be almost institutionalized
Well,
and
I've seen some
created.
people argue that she kind of takes a back seat as a character because her sister Jack is the one who evolves, and she doesn't. The
Right.
the
Well,
girl Rachel.
right. But I'm just saying that would be my preferred in
Mm.
the terms of you should be true to yourself. I thought they were going to take the Black Mirror thing where you should be true to yourself, but the institution will always catch up. You can't stick it
Yeah.
to the man because the man sticks it to you always. The man's
I think
always
that
triumphant.
this is definitely why I think a lot of people's overall consensus on Black Mirror season 5 is that it's definitely one of the lighter seasons.
Definitely light. And it's
You know,
I'm sorry to go back to sex talk, but Striking Vipers was just awkward with how explicit that
yeah,
episode was. Like
yeah,
and,
for
and
sure.
and honestly, like I said, dude, gay love at the end would have like kind of fixed that because it would make it more human. It'd make it more
Possibly.
relatable, right? Because it's falling in love with somebody for the person, which is the episode, which is what they were going for. It's what they went for in San Junipero and in Hang the DJ, both great episodes.
Yeah, but then like when they got to the moment where they actually tried it out in the rain, it was like, nope, nothing. It was like, what?
Right, I know, and then I thought that was going to be the end of it, and then they were both going to go back to their lives. Nope, one day a year or one day a month, like on his birthday, whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, how unhealthy is that going to be if it's one day? I mean, oh my gosh,
Golly,
that episode,
Yeah, no,
ended
no.
in a very Black Mirror way. But as far as the
San
MCU
Junipero did it better.
goes, man, that it's scary. It's scary to think of because things like this happen in the entertainment industry. Obviously, I mean,
Oh yeah.
And I.
But like I said, dude, they should have commented on it in a Black Mirror way, not in like a goofy, triumphant way. Because people don't get out of it. I mean, look at what happened to Britney Spears. She had a freaking breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Look at what happened to her. I mean,
Scary.
it's a very real. It's very, very real. What happens to these pop stars, to these internet celebrities,
and the sick people, some of the sick people that are around them that are destroying that. It's
family members
Yeah.
that can destroy it. Me stealing Ross's channel and turning it into a top 10 list channel. I mean, that kind of stuff actually happens. Welcome back, guys, to another top 10.
My channel gets consumed by the black hole of Allier.
Well, we were playing GTA last night, and Ross just went on this Ross rant for like 10 minutes about how much he hates Allier. It was so good.
Man, I used to watch him back in the Matriarchs days, back when he was covering the new Call of Duty games, and he was all right. Still that. Anyway, Black Mirror season 5.
It's worth a watch,
Overall,
but kind of
it's definitely worth a watch. I wouldn't rush to watching it. If you haven't seen the rest of the series, I would strongly suggest you watch literally probably every other episode first before these.
There's some skippable episodes like Crocodile because that episode is just so boring, and then that weird child. Crocodiles is about the lady with her boyfriend that they kill the guy, throw him in the river, and then she goes on a killing spree, killing everybody related. And like that episode was just so boring and strange, and like I fell asleep during it and had to rewatch it in the morning. And and like I said, that I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I mean, I've already said it twice, so it doesn't matter now. But the child porn episode is just disgusting. It's weird. It's disjointed. I mean, these episodes, apart from Ashley O, are better than those two, at least. So that they have that going for them.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard, man, because it's like we got these 3 episodes, and now it's like what, we wait another year and a half, 2 years. It's like,
I hope we wait 2 years and get 6 episodes, or even 4 episodes.
Yeah, man. I hope they do better. I hope they give it a better shot next time. Again, these aren't bad episodes.
I would say Ashley 2 is bad, whatever the title of that one is, but that's me. I know Ross didn't find it as bad.
I mean, as a creative, if for me, what saves it is the realism that it does offer to some extent, and the themes. Without those things, yeah, it would be bad. I would say it's bad too. But thankfully, I think that's what kept it afloat for me.
Yeah. Now I do want to say,
and also because I kind of related, because like my sister and I, we grew up on Disney Channel, and all those shows like High School Musical, all that stuff, and so it's like I experienced firsthand there with my sister, like what it's like being just a hardcore fan of pop stars when you're a little kid like that, and and just like it constantly in this fandom state to the point where her life is literally on the line. She's in bed dying, Miley Cyrus's character, and what does she do? She walks up, I'm such a huge fan, just like you can't snap out of it as a kid. It's like this. So I mean, those things kind of, I did kind of connect with those things in the movie. Not in the movie, it's kind of a movie, it's a short movie, but in the episode.
I want to say though.
Anyway,
I think as an internet creative, you know what I mean, like as a popular creative, I think that the message kind of rings. But as somebody like I mean I do a lot of what I would consider creative things, and I feel more inspired by Black Mirror episodes such as like the more artistically creative, like San Junipero's very artistically creative. The movie with the little robot dog, the black and white one, that's very artistically creative. 15 Million Merits is very artistically creative, and I guess I'm not. I don't have the same connection to it because it's a different kind of situation.
Right. This was an emotional one. If you didn't connect with it on an emotional level, you're not going to connect with it at all.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what happened. And yeah, so I mean.
But I mean that's the magic of Black Mirror, is that all the episodes can not only be taken in different ways, but they're also appreciated by people differently. And that's why I love this show so much.
I thought the technology was cool too.
The
copying consciousness into a little robot.
That's. I wish they would have done something more though, like with her computer, like have the slightly more technologically advanced computer. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like that kind of stuff. Like the small things. Like I was saying, Striking Vipers. Carl has a pinball machine that has like digital lights and all that kind of stuff, and it's really cool. And then he brings up who does he bring? He brings up a basketball player, and the girl doesn't know who he is, meaning that like Carl watches old like our current basketballers are now old basketballers, right? Are now like the legends, like he's on Michael Jordan level kind of situation. So he kind of alludes to the fact that they're a future. I appreciate that kind of stuff in the show.
For sure, dude.
So
So hey,
give it a
Black
watch,
Mirror, yeah,
but if you haven't seen the other episodes first, watch them first.
definitely.
Moving
Anyway,
on. Moving on, we have the DC shows. For some reason, this show that got a 92% on its first episode, Swamp Thing, has now been canceled because the execs think that it's too dark, dreary, and scary, which is kind of what DC is. The DC cinema and TV is being known for, and Batgirl, that has more dislikes than likes on the reveal, has now been greenlit and is now going into like full
are
swing.
you? I think you're talking about Batwoman, aren't you?
Oh my gosh, it is Batwoman. It's not Batgirl. It's Batwoman.
Yeah, that's why it confused me on the topics list. Because I'm like, if it was a Batgirl, I'm pretty sure I would have heard about it.
I thought it was a Batgirl show. It's a Bat. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the costume now. No, it is Batwoman.
No,
It is
it's a
Batwoman. Guys, I swear I'm a
Yeah.
comics book fan. All right, I've been reading Black Woman since she came out in the '90s, and I'm only 18. All right, I've been reading '90s comics before I was born.
Yeah, no, she made her debut in that really, really, really god awful, garbage, shitty Elseworlds crossover, and yeah, she's getting her own show. Apparently, the trailer is bad. I haven't watched it, and I'm kind of afraid to.
But anyway,
Um,
Swamp Thing, this critically and critically
Audiensely acclaimed, yes sir.
audience that's the word of the day, audiensely. But this
Audience, sorry.
critically acclaimed and then audience loved show is now being canceled because of the fact that it's too dark and dreary, even though Titans is dark and gritty for no reason. And I haven't seen
Listen,
any of these
man.
shows because I don't
Yeah,
want to fork out the
yeah, Tate.
cash.
So, like, as somebody who has seen these shows, and I have been dragging myself through them. I got through all of Titan season one. I'm not sure if we've ever talked about it on the podcast, but that was awful, absolutely terrible. I mean, there were some good things strewn throughout that first season, but for what a Titan series could be, it's complete trash. It's garbage. Um, and so then Doom Patrol is the saving grace of DC Universe right now. But
And Young
even though
Justice season 3.
even though Doom Patrol and Young Justice season three have been really great, they're not enough to save the whole platform. I'm sorry, but looking at it now, if I were to guess, I'll give it a year before it goes under. I cannot see this working. I mean, the launch of the platform should have been the biggest, it should have seen the biggest numbers coming in.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe that's not necessarily true. Maybe the brightest days for the streaming service are ahead. But I mean, listen, man, if if Swamp Thing being canceled is anything, I just don't. I watched that Swamp Thing pilot, and it wasn't bad. It was really good, actually. It's just a tough watch. You got to be ready to. It's kind of brutal. It's very hard R. I mean, it's disturbing, and the CG in all the disturbing scenes is really good and very convincing and pretty high quality.
Which is
I
so
was
rare for
surprised by the
TV.
I was surprised by the quality of the show, Tate. It's like an HBO show. I mean, it's really well put together. It's like Westworld quality. I mean, it's put together really well, and it's in Louisiana swamps. It's you got all your. It's just not my kind of show. The lead actress, I forget her name, but she was on Gotham recently. Um, she's really great, and I think she absolutely is going to carry these apparently last 9 episodes forward.
Oh,
Really
so they are
well.
releasing the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, they're putting them out weekly until they call it. But I
Oh,
mean,
perfect. So I'll
yeah,
get my
man.
free trial when that's over in 9
But
weeks.
it's such a hard watch, Swamp Thing, that part of me is relieved that it's not going to really go on for too much longer because it's
Ross,
like,
I will end the Discord call and carry on the podcast myself if you keep that up.
dude,
Okay, I want to say Swamp Thing is one of my favorite comic book characters in general. I love Swamp Thing because of the fact that he is a monster, but he is a sympathetic monster. The Swamp Thing run in the 90s and in the early 2000s are incredible. It talks about a misunderstood, disgusting creature that is cast out from reality, and instead of becoming Killer Croc, he does as best as he can. He is one of the characters. He is like lawful neutral. If you're familiar with it, with the D&T alliance, personality spectrum, he is a lawful neutral. But I mean, dang.
yeah, and I think they're going to go to all those places and they're capturing the character really well. I mean, they're doing justice to the character, but it's just it's just not my kind of character. I'm not really connecting with the series. I'll watch it. It's certainly interesting and fascinating enough to continue with it, but it's just like it's one of those shows that is just dark and grim, and people dropping left and right like flies in the most brutal ways imaginable, and it's just like I don't want to say that it doesn't bother me because it does, and certain things do kind of vex me a little bit. Where it's just like, this is cool, but I'd rather just kind of like turn Infinity War on.
Oh yeah.
It's just when you're watching people get like impaled by massive vines, and you're watching people get torn in half, and it's just like, and you're watching kids have to watch that, and you're just like.
No, it could. I could see it could definitely be a lot.
It's again, I'll watch the rest of it, but it's rough, man. It's rough, but really well done, and it's a shame. Apparently, there were some problems with the state of North Carolina, which is where I live, and that doesn't surprise me. North Carolina's a little wonky, especially apparently. I forget where they were filming. I totally forgot. But it's based in Louisiana. I don't know if they're actually filming in Louisiana.
Ross, sneak on a set, dude. Become a background extra. We're an MGF shirt.
God, no. So yeah, man. I mean, Swamp Thing looks amazing at the very least. So I'm looking forward. Like you don't actually have to see him in full form in the first episode.
Right. Oh, I watched the first episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay, you did see it.
I found it leaked online. No, I didn't watch the full thing. I'm sorry. I didn't watch the full thing. I watched bits and pieces.
Okay. But yeah, man, it's a good. It's yeah. It's a shame that it's getting cut off prematurely, but I'm not gonna lose sleep.
Simon, we talked about Black Mirror thoroughly. So if you can go back, we talked about it only a few minutes ago, but genuinely, we both enjoyed season 5, but it's not the strongest. Anyway, Ross, we have a lot to. Oh no! Before we have games to talk about, Loki, investor meeting, the Loki show.
Yeah.
All you, Ross.
Listen, man, there isn't much to say. I mean, I assume that they're going to be taking the route that was pretty much foreshadowed in Endgame. I assume this whole show is going to be him basically with the Tesseract in this alternate reality, this alternate branch reality, just wreaking havoc on human history and trying to shape. It makes so much sense for his character, right? Because what would you do with the Space Stone if you could manipulate space and potentially time with it? And if he learns how to time travel with it, it's like, and he does, like, that's such a Loki thing because he lost, right?
It'll be such a zany, fun show.
I mean, how great of a concept is that? Yeah, he's handed the Tesseract. Okay, my plan didn't work. What if I go back in time to all their most critical moments throughout their history and just insert myself as this deity and make them all worship me and all throughout their history so that he's always their god, always their leader. That is such a perfect story idea for 2012 Loki.
And with the rules set up in the time travel, dude, I mean, we could see multiverse upon multiverse of just, Loki ruling the Aztecs, Loki ruling the Romans, Loki ruling the Vikings and the Celtics and all of these and all of these different places that you could insert him throughout time. Hopefully, it won't be shitty like the what's that time travel show, the DC one that's not good.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about.
Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah.
No, let's not talk about
that show had 2 good seasons, and then woo.
I would argue. I mean, I watched the first 2 seasons. I used to watch a lot of TV when I was fat, and I watched that show. And
you cut out for like a straight 10 seconds. Yeah.
I said I used to watch that show when I was fat, and I would just kind of blindly consume media, and I did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Legends of Tomorrow, it's unwatchable now. I mean, it is it's straight flaming trash. Which is a shame, because like I said, first 2 seasons were pretty good, especially the second one. But, yeah, man, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Loki, time travel antics. Time travel antics.
Legends of Tomorrow totally threw me off. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to take it as far as they really can go with that idea. I hope they do. But at the same time, I'm excited for whatever they do. I mean, so far, I don't really like the logo. Did you ever? I don't think I ever showed you this.
I saw the logo, yeah.
No, but Boss Logic did a Loki logo that looks way better than the official one.
Is it on his Instagram? Because I can pull that up.
I'm gonna send you the link. Here you go, dude. Just click on that.
Credit here for Boss Logic in case this pops up on screen.
If you can get it, yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that looks awesome. Here, I'm gonna pull that up right now.
It's 10 times better than the one Marvel actually has for the show. I wish they would have just paid Boss Logic to take that, and oh my god.
Why don't people like why don't companies pay him? Like, I mean, he's such a creative.
Look at that! I love it.
I mean, he gets paid by individuals and like I think an indie guy. But man, dude, I mean, start having Boss Logic do more stuff. Look at this. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I love that. And so the logo isn't as good as Boss Logic's, which is surprising, but I mean, we haven't seen anything, just kind of like a background shot of Loki in the street, God knows when or where.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks good, man. I'm excited.
I reckon season 1 will be kind of like cities and such throughout like the 70s, and I think in season 2 we're going to get like him in medieval times. And that'll be lots of fun.
They can take the series to a whole new place. I mean,
New planet.
They could take a Loki series and just keep it going for so long if they wanted to. I mean, they can easily get 6 seasons out of it.
And Tom Hiddleston, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing like pretty much more Loki than we ever had before, all at once. I mean, that's going to be really exciting. But yeah, Tate, so they haven't really shown anything else. They didn't really show anything else, I don't think, at the Investor Day meeting that Kevin Feige presented this at. I don't think they showed anything off for like WandaVision or anything else. They're primarily starting off with Loki, I imagine. And that's probably what they clearly started filming already. But yeah, so you wanted to talk a little bit about Pokemon before we
Before we do this, I do want to ask, why didn't the Avengers just go back 10 minutes and take the Tesseract?
What do you mean?
Iron Man and Cap. This is my favorite question. Why didn't they just go back 10 minutes and steal it back?
I'm gonna get in the car.
You know when the Tesseract drops and Loki steals it? Why not just go back?
You mean once they get more pin particles?
No. I'm just teasing. No. It was this thing on Reddit. And this guy's like, why don't they just go 10 minutes back in time? And then the entire internet was yelling at him about pin particles. That was funny.
Oh.
Anyway, Pokemon Sword and Shield. We have the second trailer this week. A big treehouse. You know, a Nintendo Direct, a Nintendo Treehouse, whatever you want to call it. Golly, does this game look good. We finally have camera control, which is big for Pokemon, dude. That's camera control. Ooh. The game looks incredible. It still looks like a Pokemon game, though. It doesn't look like Legend of Zelda levels of incredible, which it should. It really should. Looking at it, the Dynamax battles look awesome. The gym leaders and the champions, all their designs are great. Sonya has already become Rule 34. I have not seen any of it myself, but I am so upset that that's happened already. These artists are disgusting. The best thing to come out of Sword and Shield. Not the Pokemon in the overworld, like in Let's Go, but this little guy right here, Wooloo. I am Team Wooloo. I will have a team of 6 Wooloo, and yeah, that's my take. I don't want to talk about this too long because I know Ross, you're not too tied to Pokemon.
I have absolutely no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, so I don't want to talk about this too long. But Pokemon Sword and Shield, do not sleep on it. These games are going to be incredible. The only thing I'm going to be worried about is the traversal options. You can ride your bike in rivers and lakes and bodies of water. You get those water bikes, but like Breath of the Wild, for example, had a lot of traversal options with rock climbing, running, not the parasailing, but the gliding and the horses. And I hope we get that because these big wild areas, these big overworld areas, are big. So, anyway, Pokemon Sword and Shield look freaking awesome. Moving on, is today the first day of E3? Because the Xbox conference is first, so today is the
I
first
have
day.
no idea. Like I've not looked at the dates for E3, but yes, it is this week. I mean, it's also Sunday, so I mean, does E3 actually start on? I guess
It
and then
does, dude. I mean, we could.
It goes till. I think it goes to like Wednesday or Thursday.
Anyway, guys, we could watch the Xbox conference. It starts in an hour. Ross, we should watch the conference on stream, dude.
I mean, if we can make it that long and we don't run out of topics beforehand, because of course today they're also during the Xbox conference revealing our first look at Halo Infinite, the next gen Halo game, Halo 6, the finale of Master Chief's entire story and the last Halo game in this trilogy. And I mean, this is hopefully, praying to God, going to be one of the greatest games of all time. Because if it isn't, what a massive disservice to the Master Chief. Halo 5 was already such a major insult to Chief and really to the entire franchise
Mm-hmm.
that if what they show us today, if what they show us in a little over an hour isn't mind blowing and it isn't, and it's hard to say, Tay, because it's like, no matter what they show us, I don't care what excuse 343 would give to this argument, but they flat out lied with their marketing for Halo 5.
Right.
Releasing trailers of a story that never happened.
Or like the whole Locke versus Chief thing.
That had never happened for a Halo game before that.
Yeah.
Where they advertised an entire story that was not in the game.
That's just scummy, man. I mean, and that could be Microsoft. That could be Microsoft. Because remember, I mean, they're the ones running the marketing.
I don't care. I don't care whose fault it is.
Right, right, of course.
I don't care whose fault it is. Ultimately, a game is being released a game was released that was so subpar compared to what we were promised. I mean, all the build-up and all the years of hype surrounding Halo 5 since the first trailer at E3 2013 when he was in the desert and everything that came after. All the trailers. I mean, all the live-action trailers. And then Halo 5 was just an identity crisis for the franchise. It was sad. It was hard, man. And so that's what sucks about today. They could show us the most mind-blowing trailer for a Halo game we have ever seen. And that may not even be in the game. Nothing even close to it. May not even be in the game. Nothing even close to what we'll see today.
But you know what's awesome? In terms of what we'll see today, Ross?
Yeah.
I don't want to make you too sad, so I'm going to make you happy. We're going to see gameplay for Master Chief Collection not PS4, oh my gosh, for PC, and Halo Reach for PC. That is my dog barking, I apologize. But, dude, having these games on PC, oh my gosh, Russ. I mean, that's big, dude.
Yeah, I'm so excited because now I finally am going to have to invest in a proper PC. I'm going to have to finally get off my 27-inch iMac from 2011. This thing's not going to work for, foreseeable future, long term. And so I'm finally going to be getting a gaming PC this year somehow, some way, because of course, like Tate just said, the entire Halo Master Chief Collection is finally being brought to PC, and this idiotic exclusivity for Halo on the Xbox is coming to a close. I mean...
So Ross, this means that every Halo game will be available on PC, correct? Or not Halo 5?
I don't know about every Halo game. I just know the Master Chief Collection, which excludes Reach and Halo 5.
The Reach is coming to PC. So I guess it's just 5 that we're missing.
Right. So
For reference, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not a
let's see.
Halo fan like Ross is. I mean, Ross grew up with it. I
Halo
played
is a huge part of
Reach.
who I am.
I played Reach, and I adore Reach. Reach is freaking awesome.
Yeah. Halo has brought me so much inspiration and so much joy and excitement since 2009, 2010, 2009. Yeah.
I mean,
And
Ross
I,
really do
I,
be
I
like,
just,
I am Halo.
I mean, honestly, it's like Halo is so close to my heart, even more so than Marvel in a lot of ways. And after what happened in 2015 with Halo 5, I mean, that was heartbreaking for me to play through and to look back on once I finally dragged myself to the end of that campaign. I've talked with other friends about this who also play Halo 5. I don't agree with the multiplayer. I'm glad that a lot of people found enjoyment in it and really do believe that it took the franchise forward. I thought it would just further the identity crisis that they had. It Halo 5 removed so much of the joy for me and so much of the mystery and wonder that made the game so unique and so amazing, and just such a fall from grace. That's what Halo 5 was.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, I'm looking forward to it, but it's like, last year you had this trailer come out at E3 2018 where they were like, look at our shiny new incredibly realistic engine, check it out, next gen, look at these animals, look at this tent, look at this grass, dun dun dun, look, we're using classic Halo music, oh look, Halo 3 art style, you guys feeling the nostalgia yet? Please get excited for our game. Listen, man, I'm sorry, you can show me the nicest engine you want, you can show me all the best live action trailers you want, but it's like Halo 5 was just a major smack in the face and a huge lesson learned. That until you play the game, well, you really don't know what you're getting. And that's a shame because that was never the case with Halo. Halo 3 and Halo Reach and Halo ODST all delivered. And for me, Halo 4 too. Not many, Halo 4 is a lot more divisive for many people, but Halo 4 delivered. And Halo 5 was the first game where 343 and Microsoft really made it clear that that they don't know where they were going. They lost sight of everything. And yeah, but as far as other things I'm excited about at E3, I more Jedi Fallen Order footage, which we'll talk more about. Jedi Fallen Order had the first gameplay demo shown at EA Play just yesterday, which looked okay.
But before we move on to that, dude, you want to talk about the Avengers game that we're getting information for. So, I didn't know this until Ross and I started our conversation, but Square Enix is...
Yeah.
This is a Square Enix game, which makes me so excited. Oh my gosh. I mean, this could be the greatest superhero game ever made.
Listen, Tate, after Spider-Man PS4, I'm very excited to see what this is about. I'm more excited to see this, whatever the Avengers reveal is, than Halo. I mean, if it is on the same level as Spider-Man PS4 in terms of quality and raw passion from the game developers, being given the proper amount of time to develop one of the greatest Marvel games ever created, this has potential to be the greatest game of all time. The greatest single player. I think it's multiplayer too. Yeah, greatest game of all time.
Ross be like Marvel characters, greatest of all time.
It does, man. It has the potential for me, I think. I don't think it will reach that, honestly, if I'm being totally true with myself. But I'm excited to see whatever this is going to be.
Can we get
because if we can at least get an amazing single player with the Avengers on the same level as Spidey PS4, I will be more.
If they give us
co-op,
satisfied. If they give us 4-player co-op, dude, imagine 4-player co-op. Think about that for a second. Oh my gosh.
And imagine if you're able to switch around between the different Avengers if you're not playing with somebody else.
GTA 5.
style. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Ooh.
We have no idea what to expect. We only had that one announcement trailer like a couple of years ago, and it's just been radio silence since. But they're going hard with this. Now, this game's happening. I mean, the massive banners are up at E3. This is a real game now. This is no joke. I mean, this is no longer a question of when this game is happening. The reveal is tomorrow, and this is moving forward. I mean, this is exciting.
Hey, Square, will you release footage of this game? No, I don't think I will. You're a real one if you get that reference. But anyway,
I'm going to see Endgame one more time tonight.
Chat, I just ask you, please make memes and just take Ross's face and just put greatest of all time. Like, just put this blank has the potential to be the greatest blank of all time. And then just put Ross with like almost anything we cover that has Marvel characters in it.
But
podcast memes. Let's go. But yeah, no, I mean it's going to look incredible. I mean, Square, have you seen what they've been doing? Oh my gosh, like recently.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, now Final Fantasy has been awesome since it came out, right? And dude, I mean, their Final Fantasy VII remake, it looks incredible. This Avengers game is going to look incredible. Shadow of the Tomb Raider looked incredible, and all the Tomb Raider games. I mean,
I have no doubt that visually it's going to be great, but I mean, in terms of overall quality with the narrative and the characters and how it's put together, it was the details in Spider-Man PS4. It was the passion that glued the whole thing together that made it work.
That's true.
Imagine Spider-Man PS4 visually stunning without the substance.
Oh yeah, dude. I think, if it was just more of the open world, like if it was a safer open world than it already was, that would be yikes.
And Tait, back to the Halo thing, I'm a little concerned. There's just no hype surrounding Halo right now online.
Well, Halo was kind of burned with Halo 5, was it not?
Oh yeah, man, no, for sure.
Wasn't Halo 4 good? Wasn't Halo 4 genuinely good?
Yeah, but not everybody agreed, and so that was kind of a split 50-50 Halo 4, and then Halo 5 was just a mess of different opinions. It's
so
not,
did the fan base the fan base mostly die with 3? What'd you say? Like the core fan base?
No,
just like,
with Reach.
Did Reach come out after 3?
Reach was the last major Halo game when the franchise was really at its peak.
So it died with Reach.
Basically.
Yeah.
Reach burned out
Yeah, that's unfortunate, dude. That's kind of like Assassin's Creed with Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like Black Flag, after Black Flag, the community died with Unity. It's kind of a similar situation, would you say?
Unity is such an underrated game.
No, here's the thing: the co-op is what makes it so fun. Guys, if you haven't already, if you couldn't tell already, I'm a huge fan of co-op. Like Ross and I,
we've got to play Assassin's Creed Unity co-op at some point.
Dude, I think it's like $5 on PS4. I will buy it today.
We need to do that. I used to be so good at the co-op.
Oh, me too.
I was never an Assassin's Creed fan, but once I started playing the single player a lot, and then I really got into the co-op, I could just go into a whole mob of enemies and just take them all down. I mean, I was really into it in 2014.
The co-op is awesome. The co-op is awesome. Yeah. That's the saving grace of that game. Like I have maybe 100, 200 hours in that game just because I played the co-op a lot. I mean,
it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, honestly, I can't believe they didn't bring that back.
I hope Assassin's Creed gets back to that place. They make a really great co-op that just works like that. Yeah, because so many people were upset and talking about bugs and all these problems they were having, and I was having the time of my life.
Right.
Okay.
Co-op kind of died in 2014, 2015. Co-op died for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And if Avengers has co-op, dude, that's not competitive multiplayer, but cooperative multiplayer. Oh man.
And Halo on the PC will have co-op, I'm sure, and so I'll be able to take you through the campaigns myself.
Oh my gosh, Ross will just be able to follow you around. Oh, that'll be awesome. Oh, yeah, dude. You can gush, and then I can just be in awe.
If I should just let you play yourself, and then we run through them together.
No, I want a tour guide. That sounds awesome.
All right, dude. Yeah, we'll do that.
Dude, we'll stream that. I really want to start up a streaming channel, guys. Like a video game streaming channel, because I haven't I'm kind of going to my personal life. I've been very ill the past 2 years, and I'm finally getting better, so I've kind of not been able to game as much. But I'd like to do just an hour or two of just Ross and me playing some games, and
might get a little raunchy at times, little rated R.
Oh, Ross gets rated X sometimes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ross, when we were playing Lego Indiana Jones 2 is the worst. It is the worst. That is all I will say. That is, but hey, I think a gaming channel, play Halo, play Avengers, play these co-op games together, dude. I mean, that could be real fun.
I would be down. Okay, this is super off topic and really random, but Endgame right now is only 60 million away from beating Avatar, and it's not going to make it
Wait, I thought it already. Oh, it beat it domestically,
domestically. How much of a shame is that?
dude. Endgame was not
Listen,
the
man.
greatest movie of all time, but it was the biggest movie of all time.
Listen, if Avengers Endgame can't dethrone Avatar, nothing will.
No,
Honestly,
frankly, no.
I if the first ever successful cinematic universe of over 10 years culminating into the grand finale that got the world to come to see it in droves and swarms, I nothing can beat that number.
Isn't it
If Avengers
insane?
Endgame couldn't do it, I don't know what else will.
The scale of Avatar, the amount of money it made, and there's still no sequel. Think about that. I
I am
mean,
so curious to see what the box office numbers are going to be for its first sequel back
oh, it's
after all
good.
these years.
It's not going to be high. It's not going to be. It's going to be like any
I
other
am,
movie.
but I wonder if it'll like at least crack a billion.
Here's the
I
thing, Ross. They should have. They should have jumped on Avatar in 2011, 2 years after.
oh yeah,
I mean, they really should have. Tim Sargent said Avatar was bad, dude. I really, really like Avatar. I watch it.
no dude, yeah,
I,
Avatar's great.
I watched it like 2 nights ago because I got home from work and I was so tired. I just turned on Avatar and just watched blue people writing on big. I mean that movie, the scale in that movie, it's like the sequel, not the sequel, the prequel era, like Fallujah, but an entire movie, and I enjoy it. I really
Mm.
enjoy Avatar. I would rate it like an 8 out of 10, personally.
And
And
speaking of movies performances and kind of going a little further back to when we first started the podcast a little earlier, I just want to bring this up, which is kind of sad, but apparently Godzilla versus Kong may come out a
gosh,
little later on in the year next year, and so they're already discussing delays.
that is
Just
so unfortunate. That is not fair.
that's a shame.
It is not fair to monster movie fans in the slightest.
I'm glad they're at least going to do that movie though, because what a way to go out! Godzilla versus Kong versus whatever the ultimate monster, but that would be great.
Let's hope that
Um,
isn't the end. I mean, like I said last week, I really like kaiju movies, and I
but hey,
really hope this doesn't kill them.
Tate, let's finally talk Jedi Fallen Order, dude.
Dude, okay, Ross, everybody is calling this, including you, and I've already talked to you about this. Everyone is calling this Uncharted Star Wars, but I think it looks like Assassin's Creed Star Wars. And I'll explain myself really quick. Uncharted has arenas, right? Like every time you go to a place, like you parkour through a section, and then there's an arena. And in the arena, you have cover and barrels to shoot, and sometimes you have a crane holding, cargo that you can shoot, or a weapons case to shoot, and you can move around that arena, the cover-based arena, and take out the enemies however you want. Whereas this is kind of the horde rush, like in Assassin's Creed and Arkham, where you parkour or explore a place, and then you fight a bunch of enemies. That's not a complaint, not in the slightest. But
Yeah.
it is very overdone, and personally, I'm bored of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is the best way to describe this demo, unfortunately. It's boring.
It's
And
very
I don't
safe.
it's very safe. They're obviously holding back on a lot. And listen, man, the first trailer they debuted while I was at Celebration Chicago there, I wasn't in the room, but I mean I could have been. Um that trailer was amazing and still is, and I really enjoy watching it. And I'm excited for this game, but it's crazy too because the demo they showed. I mean, we're big prequel boys, you and I. I mean, and this demo they showed was on Kashyyyk, freaking Kashyyyk, Tate.
Kashyyyk, of
I mean,
all places, they
yeah,
choose
dude,
Kashyyyk, the
they're on Kashyyyk,
coolest, one of the coolest
dude.
planets in canon.
Tate, they wouldn't go to Kashyyyk in the Han Solo movie. But they're, I mean, it's like, the fact they're going to Kashyyyk here, I mean, it's exciting and it looks great, but that's the problem. Kashyyyk looks great on the shores. This whole demo takes place in like the deep, thicker forests of Kashyyyk,
It takes place on
in some of the
Dagobah. It's
canyons,
Dagobah.
and it's like it's just not as visually stimulating.
It's
That's
not
the
the
one thing that I
beaches.
really felt. I was just watching this demo. I was bored,
Guys,
and that sucks because the demo opens with Saw Gerrera. I mean, Cal Kestis confirmed to have worked with with Saw Gerrera. I mean, that's really cool. And Forrest Whitaker's back playing him. They're doing the motion capture and everything, and it looks great. But oh my god, this is 3 hours into the game, Tate.
I
And
mean,
it's like,
here's the thing.
this is what 3 hours in looks like? Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
And listen,
Ross
man,
and I were
I'm
playing.
excited because at least this is happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw footage of like that other game Respawn or whoever the hell Visceral Games was working on. I mean, it looked great with him in like the desert planet and TIE fighters flying overhead, and we never got to see that game again. We never got to see 1313. At least this game is happening. At least this is real. This is
real. Oh my gosh. So 1313 was Uncharted. I mean, you could see the cover based thing when they were in the Coruscant, kind of the spaceships on Coruscant, and the entire thing fell apart. That was Uncharted.
Yeah.
I want to say that. But Ross and I were playing Capital Supremacy Battlefront 2 last night, and oh my gosh, we were rushing the beaches of Kashyyyk as battle droids. We saw, the AI droids get destroyed by snipers, and then there we were rushing the front lines. Ross and I were being badass. We rushed all the way up to A to the crashed cruiser right in front of us, and it was incredible. And that's what they should have done with this game. Cal could have stormed the beach and parkoured his way through some crashed starships. And Simon asks, is Avatar worth watching? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a visceral experience. But anyway, he should have been rushing the beaches. The iconic tree houses and beaches and the crashed spaceships and all of these things that make Kashyyyk. And we saw Dagobah.
It's basically Dagobah, just a little brighter outside. Yeah,
right.
Man.
I do want to real quick. I want to say, Tim.
It looks okay.
Yeah. Tim, dude, you don't need to apologize. We appreciate all opinions. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you prefer other movies to Avatar, dude. We didn't try to put you down. We just wanted to put in our 2 cents, dude. It's nothing to be sorry about. We appreciate all views here, all walks of life on the MGF podcast.
But hey, Tate, the one thing that I really did appreciate, we talked about this, about Jedi Fallen Order's gameplay demo. There is the realism in terms of the combat. Stormtroopers they go down in one slash, so you're not just beating away on them with your lightsaber until they drop. They go down with one slash.
Plastoid is not Cortosis, all right? Yeah. All right? It's not. And we definitely see that it's not in this game, and it looks awesome.
But I love what they're doing with all of the little quirks that can be had in combat. So, when he's facing off against one of the Purge troopers, he force pulls the Purge trooper, and those guys are trained to deal with Jedi. And so the Purge trooper embraces it and uses it to lunge and attack him. I mean, that is cool.
That is awesome.
The Purge troopers are trained to fight Jedi. You don't get that from the Royal Guards. You don't get that from the Praetorian Guards. These Purge troopers know how Jedi fight and are prepared for it.
Almost like mini Inquisitors.
They go down eventually, but it's like that's still really cool. Yeah, they're like mini Inquisitors.
It's like in Spider-Man PS4 when the big brutes, and this is why I loved the combat in Spider-Man PS4 was all the quirks, like you were saying, all the small things. Brutes would pull on the webs if you weren't careful. It's very similar thing. Very similar thing here.
And some of these things are problematic. Like, I get that it's just too much for the human eye to be able to track actual laser fire. You can't use the Force in real life to deflect lightsaber or to deflect blaster bolts in a game. So they made the blaster bolts about half the speed they actually are in Star Wars.
This didn't bother me as much because of the gameplay kind of thing. Think about like in Spider-Man PS4, it's either you have them be slowed down or you have a slow motion thing, and not having the distinct like slow motion kind of makes the combat crisper. So I'm fine with the blaster bolts being reduced fire, but I can definitely see where you're coming from, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to ruin the experience for me ultimately. I don't really care.
Yeah.
What I do care about though is the fact that we are talking about this, in The Force Awakens, when Kylo Ren enters the scene and he freezes Poe in place with his blaster bolt. That was supposed to be a new development for the Star Wars saga. It's been 30 years, and Force sensitives have made new discoveries and discovered new abilities and are doing new things with the Force that we never saw in the saga up to that point. But now this canon game stands in direct contrast to that idea because Cal Kestis is on Kashyyyk doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
And
it is unfortunate, but it is cool.
that ruins it for me. That ruins that move for me because it's no longer unique to the sequel trilogy era. It's no longer some new exciting development with the Force. It is just an ability that, for whatever reason, no other characters used up to that point. And that's very frustrating for me as a huge canon buff.
It's cool in terms of gameplay. It's really cool, but I agree with you 100%.
And so far, the combat against NPCs already looks better than what we got with Battlefront 2. I mean, against the Purge Troopers, I mean, it flows. It's well done, and I'm looking forward to it, man. It looks good. Now, the Game Informer article also made mention of the female Inquisitor, the second sister, was formerly a Jedi. So I don't know about you, Tate. Potential spoilers. We don't actually know for sure yet, but potential spoilers if we wind up being right. That's your spoiler warning for potential spoilers. I think it's definitely Barra Sophie. I think the second sister is absolutely Barra Sophie.
We've been saying that, Ross, since issue 19 of the Dark Side comic came out, dude.
It would be a crying shame for that to not be Barra Sophie.
And we know the only unfortunate thing is we know that she survives because this game takes place before that comic arc. So that would be the only unfortunate thing.
Do we know that for sure? When was Vader 19?
I thought it was after. I thought it was confirmed. I thought this was confirmed to be before. This could be after or during.
I feel like this is after Vader 19 because the Vader comics take place pretty soon after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
and I think this is more like 5 years after Revenge of the Sith.
I think the comics are 3 years, if I'm correct.
Yeah, no, I don't think Vader 19 is after this game.
Yeah, no. No, you're probably right. Speaking
but I
of
appreciate
Vader,
the connectivity. I appreciate that they had the foresight to insert the second sister and the Purge Troopers into the comics,
right?
So that it would make sense here. That kind of I really appreciate that, and I appreciate I love how not only DICE but now Respawn for the Star Wars games they're really embracing the prequels, which we never thought would happen.
Oh yeah,
sure, this is after the prequels, but we're on Kashyyyk, Tate. And even though it's not the most visually stimulating parts of Kashyyyk, I mean, you've got battle droids still strewn about. You've got a Phase 1 clone helmet down on the ground. I mean, the pre-order bonuses say something about Umbaran and Magneto campaign. Maybe that was a campaign as in like a campaign on the battleground, like in terms of like, he was involved in a campaign against enemy forces on those worlds. Or maybe you actually get to visit Umbara and Magneto in the game, which would be nuts.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely nuts. And that's just so cool to me that mainstream pre-order bonuses for this game literally have prequel worlds in the names of those pre-order bonuses. Mm-hmm. Like Umbara and Magneto are just being used essentially for marketing. And that's so cool to me that they are brave enough and embracing the prequels enough to do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, the Purge Troopers, their helmets are airborne helmets.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really, really cool.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've got essentially Magna Guard staffs. I imagine using the same tech. It's just it really does feel real. Now the problem with this is the original trilogy made very clear that there were no other active Jedi besides Luke and Obi-Wan at that time.
He has to die, is what Ross is saying.
And so Star Wars Rebels had this problem. They had to kill off Kanan. They had to Ahsoka had to F off to God knows where for 5 years. They still haven't told us. And Ezra had to be blasted off into hyperspace, again, to God knows where. Because they're not there in the original trilogy. So my question is, how many surviving Jedi stories are we going to cover that play it safe? Because I don't care how you spin it. They did kill Kanan in Rebels, But for Ezra and Ahsoka, and I love Ahsoka, they played it safe and left him alive. If they leave Cal Kestis alive by the end of this game or however many games he appears in, I'm going to have a very big problem with that. Because I am sorry, we've had this discussion, Tate. It's like the Jedi did not have an easy time post Order 66.
Mm-hmm.
Only a small handful of them survived. And I don't think Cal Kestis was one of them. And you cannot keep adding on to that number.
Yeah.
And his whole mission in this game is to restart the Jedi Order. Guess what? 19 years time, it didn't work.
Right.
And I really hope they don't dance around that.
Now, Ross,
I really hope they embrace the idea that while he is a noble character, he needs to sacrifice himself by the end of this thing.
Oh, yeah. My biggest hope is that, Ross, you brought this up to me, that it's Jedi Fallen Order, right? Jedi is the surname of the franchise, let's say. So maybe in the second game we follow a different story in a different planet with a different arc.
Different Jedi. I would love that.
I would too.
That's great.
Speaking of story speculation and things we talked about yesterday, Ross and I were saying, Ross brought up,
there are so many great ideas. This game is ripe with so much potential for what you could do here in terms of showing major events that we know happened, but from a different perspective. So, we were kind of talking about this yesterday. I mean, Cal Kestis fought in the Clone Wars.
Right.
And survived the Clone Wars, probably with his master too. And just to start, how cool would it be in a flashback to just have him walking in the Jedi Temple and you see these war hero Jedi walk past him and he gets kind of starstruck. And it's right. Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano.
Chills, Russ. I just got chills from that.
I mean, he doesn't know them. Gosh. They don't know him, but he sees them walk by, and he knows who they are because they are the best the Jedi have to offer. I would die as a Clone Wars fan. I would straight up just die.
Okay,
but so more than that.
Okay, opening the game, Ross.
We're just too excited.
Okay, no. Ross, if we open the game and we see the purge of the Jedi Temple, oh my god, if we see... Oh, guys, picture this. Okay, this is my perfect game. Ross, you mind if I take like a couple minutes to describe what I did yesterday? Raiding the Temple, you see the 501st, you see the Inquisitors, you see Anakin, hallway to hallway, as Cal, or as his master, as Cal or his master, whoever. It would be kind of cool if you open playing as his master and then the master dies during the purge and then you play as Cal. That's what I like when they do stuff like that in the game.
Like Last of Us style.
Exactly.
I'd love that.
You're playing as Cal, right? You're playing as Cal's master. You're fighting through the temple. You're killing 501st. You see Yoda. You visually see Yoda tearing them apart. You know when he's in the outside area. You see Yoda tearing them apart. You're getting out of the castle, and then there's the Inquisitor fight right there. You see Anakin, slaying all these people. You see Shakti die. Then there's the Inquisitor fight. Your master dies to the Inquisitor. Cal gets away somehow, some way, and while he's getting away, you see Anakin Skywalker. You stand in front of Anakin Skywalker, and at the top of your screen, like in Halo Reach, it just says "Survive." You can't beat him. But you fight Anakin Skywalker for a minute or two, and then a cutscene plays, you escape, all this kind of stuff. You play through the game, and then at the end of the game, the final fight, Darth Vader and Palpatine are pissed off that you've been killing Inquisitors, that you've been killing Purge Troopers, that you've been a thorn in their side. You go up against Vader. No matter how hard you fight, the top of your screen just says "Survive," mirroring the battle at the Jedi Temple towards the beginning of the game. And no matter what you do, you can't win the fight against Vader. Whether you rip apart his armor, you rip it apart, you see Vader's eye like you do in Rebels, you rip apart his breather box on his chest,
right.
The band. No matter what you do, Vader's still there. And then I mean, just think about that.
Exactly. Yeah,
because
because your name is not Ezra Bridger or Kanan Jarrus or Ahsoka Tano. You are not one of the handful of Jedi chosen by Lucasfilm to survive these 20 years. You are Cal Kestis, and you're gonna die.
Just think about how cinematic though. You could play for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like remember like in Reach, you'd get all your friends together and you'd see how long you could survive. It could be
And you
that
know
it could be
what
that kind of
sucks
thing.
about all these ideas, Tate, is not a single one of them are going to happen.
I know. Yeah, of course. Because Ross, you said this yesterday, but do you want to touch on the whole Darth Vader thing that you were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like if anybody confronted Respawn with ideas like this, if they had considered ideas like this, or what their thoughts would be on these ideas. First of all, I don't think Respawn would be brave enough to do the survive mechanic like Halo Reach,
Oh
even though
my,
that would be perfect.
that would be incredible. And there could be a speed run topic, right? That's just longest time survived with Darth Vader.
Right, I would love. I mean, how that would be such a trending thing too. How much buzz would that generate around the game?
Oh my
Those
gosh.
sequences.
I mean, I want to like email Respawn and just say like, hey, this is an option, or in however many years Star Wars becomes public domain in 2077, maybe I'll make a Star Wars game with that mechanic. But anyway,
But listen, man, I feel like the writers of Jedi Fallen Order would say, "Oh, but then we would have had to have made Anakin and Vader a big part of the story, so that you felt the emotional connection between him and Cal during such a scene." It's like, no, man. Listen,
we know who Darth
how
Vader
how
is.
limiting of an idea is that? Because that's not how it was for the
No.
Jedi who were surviving.
They knew nothing about him. They saw a black cloud that killed
Jedi-
everything.
Any Jedi who knew of Anakin, if anything, they don't know what happened to him because they had to get off world, and they probably didn't hear about what happened to Anakin. If they did, the public word was that he died in the temple, and so that's how it was for them. When this dark wraith, when this enforcer, when it just shows up, and they think he's some kind of advanced inquisitor, and then they realize he's so much more, and they don't know what they're up against. It's just fear. It's just confusion because they don't know who he is, and he's not speaking. He's not telling them who. He's just this
Cloud.
nightmare
Cloud. I think they did this well in Rebels. Remember his introductions in Rebels? I think they did that well.
Yeah,
it was
where he
fear.
just shows up, and they don't know what this is. They don't know who he is.
But here's the thing, we do, and that's what the writers need to realize. We know who Darth Vader is. He is the most iconic film bad guy of all time.
I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I feel like they probably would have some kind of excuse like that. Because it's like how crazy would that be? You're following Cal Kestis throughout this whole story. He's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order. He kills Barriss. I mean, he's survived up to this point. And he's making there's Vader, and that's the grand finale of the game, is how it actually was for the Jedi who were hunted down.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're making it. They think they're surviving. They think they have a chance.
And then he is.
And then he shows up.
There he is.
And they have no chance because they have no idea what they're up against, and they wouldn't have a chance anyway, even if they did. And that's how it was. And unfortunately, it's like that's the game they're making. They're following a Jedi who would have fallen prey to that hit list, to that killing machine that was Vader at that time.
No one is safe from Vader, especially in New Canon. Here's the thing. So Legends Vader is a little bit less powerful than New Canon Vader. New Canon Vader has how many hundreds of thousands of kills?
It's horrifying. He was a tyrant on the galaxy.
Not
a tyrant.
He was more than a tyrant, dude. He was a god.
I mean, genocidal.
He is a genocidal god.
I mean,
oh my lord.
These ideas would make it one of the greatest Star Wars games of all time.
The greatest Star Wars game of all time, Ross.
But none of these are going to happen.
I mean,
and so
honestly, Ross, let me just say this: the first hour of the game, if it has the right on the tempo and the survival mechanic, and then let's see, 10 hours of the game is absolute garbage, and then the last 30 minutes is the same survival mechanic, it'd be my favorite Star Wars game. If it was those two ideas, those 2 scenes that I brought up a second ago, even if the entire game was doo-doo trash, it would still be my favorite Star Wars game. it would still be my favorite Star Wars game of all time because it would be the most realistic, the most cunning, the most thrilling Vader fight in all of media. Not just in gaming, and in movies, in comics, in TV. It would be the most thrilling Vader fight of all time.
Because it would also be Vader in his prime, essentially.
Not the Force Unleashed Vader. No, this is Vader before he's gotten used to the suit, where he's filled with rage and
just
pain.
as he's settled into the suit, and now he's really going full swing.
Honestly,
because I think it's been 5 years since Revenge of the Sith, if I'm not mistaken.
We know that Darth Vader is in constant, consistent pain. We know that. Right, and which is what makes him so powerful. And in the Civil War time period, he's a little bit less powerful because I think he's not as angry. I think he's not as tyrannical. This is angry in pain Vader. This is prime.
Just as the Galactic Civil War was kicking off, he was still pretty angry, still pretty full of hate. Like you saw that in Rogue One and the beginning of New Hope. But
right.
As the Galactic Civil War pressed on, I really feel like there was a large part of Vader that was rooting for the rebellion and that was hoping they would succeed.
He felt a lot of distaste towards the Empire as well. They were just the ones keeping him alive.
I mean, he hated Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
All 19 of those years.
Oh yeah.
Leading up to the original trilogy.
The abuse now the current Vader comics are incredible. The Dark Side comics that have come out. All 20-something issues are incredible. But I think it's issue 3 where you just see Palpatine force lightning Vader and he's on the ground agonized, in agonizing pain. That's the Vader I want to see in this game.
And we're not going to get it.
No. But if we get Barriss Offee and they actually pay attention to the massive Clone Wars pool that they can pull from, I just don't want her to be the final boss, dude. I want Cal the killer, and then Vader gets pissed off that one of the Inquisitors
awesome about
is
this
dead.
Too, Tate, is there are so many active players.
Oh yeah.
In this time period, think about
Saw.
Now listen,
Hera.
Right, listen. I don't want this to be another tour around the galaxy where he runs into every. Rebels was already bad enough.
Oh yeah.
With them running into literally every iconic character that was still active at the time. All the way down to Obi-Wan. It was absurd.
Yeah, that's true.
It was absurd.
But we should see the revolutionaries that made big moves.
But listen, man, around this time, the rebellion was forming. Literally only 1 year after Revenge of the Sith, the rebellion, they were making, Ahsoka and Bail Organa are making huge steps to forming the rebellion. And so, in this game, Cal could absolutely meet up with Ahsoka Tano. I mean, it's not going to happen. At all. But he could absolutely meet up with Bail Organa and meet Mon Mothma. He could meet up with Cassian Andor. He'd be a much younger Cassian, mind you.
Just joined. He's a new soldier, a new rebel.
All of the potential for the key players that he could encounter aside from Saw is massive. I mean, there are so many. But at the same time, I wanted to do it very sparingly. And I think Saw Gerrera, as it is already kind of pushing it because the partisans were extremists.
Right.
And, Saw Gerrera, right out the gate, is already a little pushing it.
Yeah. I would kind of like to see that the partisans just kind of rip apart, like take a couple of stormtroopers captive.
And you know what's also really exciting? So, spoilers for the book Inferno Squad, which is the only Inferno Squad story anyone should engage with because Battlefront 2's campaign is trash.
Which, Ross, I have read it since the last time we've talked about it. I've read it within the month. I enjoyed it.
Oh, you did?
You
didn't tell me that? Wow.
Yeah, I totally forgot to tell you. Yeah, dude, I read it 2 weeks ago. It was on Reddit. So
wasn't it good?
Dude, it's pretty incredible.
It's a damn good book, man.
I've not played Battlefront 2 campaign. I've read a synopsis, but dude, it's pretty damn good.
If you go and play the Battlefront 2 campaign now,
I'll be disappointed.
It is a crime against the characters in the book.
Mm.
I mean, you go from the book to that game, it is a crime.
Yeah.
I mean, they take the characters and just smash them into these shitty cliches. Mm-hmm. The story is bland and black and white. I mean, it is garbage. and just take such a dump on everything that author did for Inferno Squad. Anyway, at the end of Inferno Squad, spoilers for the book. If you plan on reading it, spoilers. Just spoilers, man. Lux Bonteri is revealed to be the leader of that branching group of the Partisans post Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
And Lux Bonteri was active at this time and old enough to fight. He was fighting for Onderon just a few years before this game.
Dude, if we get to see Onderon, that would be kind of cool.
And he was involved with Saw Gerrera. You could very easily have Lux Bonteri walk up in this. I mean, he's already involved with Saw Gerrera. I mean, it's like, I would honestly be kind of upset if Lux Bonteri isn't even mentioned in this game. Because you're fighting with Saw Gerrera, the leader of the rebellion against, the occupation of Onderon. And then Lux Bonteri was the Onderonian senator that fought with Saw. And arguably with Saw as much as he could throughout the remaining years of the rebellion for the next 20 years, as because we eventually find him still fighting with the Partisans post Rogue One. So it's like, hey man, we'll see. There's so much they can do with Jedi Fallen Order. I hope the game, and I hope Respawn is taking advantage of all the potential that they really have in front of them. I hope it plays well. I hope whatever they show us in the coming months as we lead up to the October release will be great. But I'm also keeping my expectations hampered. I'm keeping my expectations reserved because this gameplay demo didn't do a lot for me. We've seen some really great set pieces like Cal on walkers and some other really great cutscenes from the original trailer.
Mm-hmm.
This demo did not show a lot. It just kind of showed, hey, here's what the combat's going to look like. Saw Gerrera's back, and you're going to go to Kashyyyk. That's really all this demo did, and nothing more.
So, gents, I'd like to add, comparing this directly to a game like Uncharted, essentially you have 3 different climate zones, 3 to 4, 5, however many different climate zones that change gameplay a lot. And Star Wars, you have so many planets to pull from. I just hope they don't overdo it. I hope we spend at very, very least, like 3-4 hours on each planet. Because if we just get like 30 minutes, like let's say we go on Tatooine and we ride some walkers and it's 30 minutes, and then we fly to Cato Nemoidia and we run on the bridge for 30 minutes. I mean, it'll just feel like too much. So I really hope we get to take our time on these planets, that there are certain collectibles that we can, grab along our way. I hope it's kind of like the Tomb Raider game, like the Square Enix Tomb Raider game, where you have these you have this linear progression, but you can go back and explore, which is something you can't do in Uncharted, right? So I really hope that it's not 100%. I prefer linear games to open world games. So this is kind of weird for me to say, and it's hard for me to say this, but I hope that this is not just linear, but you can also go back and explore. Because if we can go back and explore these beautiful planets, these inventive areas, I mean, dude, I'm sold.
Yeah, I mean, if the sequel trilogy is just going to keep taking us to deserts and all these boring locations, and we have to see the more exciting parts of the galaxy in these games, so be it, man. So be it.
All right, Russ, I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
You're on your own.
All right, dude. Well, I guess now would be a good time to check in on chat and see what you guys have been saying. I've been really bad checking in on chat this episode, guys. I apologize, but I'm just going to scroll up a little bit and then just kind of start from the top a little bit. Ian, what's up, dude? I didn't even know you were here. How you doing? You should check out Jeremy's reaction from Geeks and Gamers. I don't watch Geeks and Gamers. Well, Ross is the greatest customizer of all time. Hey, thanks, man. When will the Stranger Things set review come out? At some point. I think I'm going to release that probably when the new season comes out. I don't think now is a good time for that anymore. So I'm probably going to build that and then release it. When's the new season come out? July 4th? But yeah, and so reading a little more, going a little further down here. Ian, you also said Jedi Fallen Order looks to be the greatest EA Star Wars game of all time. Yeah, it has the potential to be. I mean, So far, I think the greatest Star Wars multiplayer of all time is probably unpopular opinion, but with all the changes they've been making to Battlefront 2 and really bringing the game full circle and bringing all of its potential to
Yeah,
fruition,
the
Battlefront 2.
greatest multiplayer Star Wars game is 2005 Battlefront 2. Sorry, did I interrupt you, Ross? Did I interrupt?
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, Ross. I had to say it.
Yeah, you kind of like Battlefront 2's story, though. It was almost impossible to play through. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was really impossible to play through. I mean, the gameplay was semi-challenging, but for me, it was the story that made it just about impossible to play through. There were some fun missions as Luke and Lando, and those missions were good. I'll give you that. But oh man, everything having to do with Iden and Inferno Squad was laughable compared to the book. Laughable. But Tate, we're out of topics, dude.
Not quite, Ross. Speaking
Yeah.
of your favorite multiplayer Star Wars game, Battlefront 2 2017,
Yep.
big update this month, dude. We are getting
Yeah, dude.
droidicas, we are getting fighter
Mm-hmm.
tanks, we are getting Felucia. Oh my gosh, Ross. I mean,
Yeah, man. I wasn't playing a lot of Battlefront 2 before I started playing with Tate on the PS4 again. Um, and now that I've really gotten back into it, it has been some of the most fun I've had playing Star Wars games since Battlefront 2015, and I just have really been enjoying it, leveling up characters, and really, I've gotten more into it than I ever was on Xbox. And I mean, I've said this to Tate, but I was so thrilled last year when they came up with the announcements: Anakin, Obi-Wan, Grievous, Count Dooku, Geonosis. I was like, oh my god, they secured funding to do all of that, and they're finally going to finish the game and leave it there. And then finally, we get to the end of all of that, and it's all amazing and really well done. And they
well
fix all the
done,
bugs that
yes.
come with those releases.
Yes.
And they come out with Capital Supremacy, this alternate Geonosis map that takes us on board Venators and CIS cruisers, and we get to explore the interiors of those ships within the same mode, just cut together by a few transition scenes, and it's like the most fun mode of the whole game. And it was just this extra thing that I really didn't expect anything of, and so what I'm saying is they just keep adding more and more Clone Wars content, making the game so great well after I thought they were going to call it and say, nope, we're done. That's all we could really do before EA cut us off. But no, they keep going. We've got now with June, after all this really great stuff with Capital Supremacy and the repurposing of the Camino map, they're coming out with this announcement now. They're doing fighter tanks, freaking
Wow.
fighter tanks, dude.
Wow.
They're actually doing the droidicas, which is
Wow.
insane. I mean, and just they're doing the Clone Wars Anakin skin, which a lot of people thought they actually weren't going to do. They're adding ARF troopers. They're adding the proper 41st Kashyyyk trooper skins.
Yep.
Um,
Actual proper helmets, as opposed to just
right.
being a colored up Phase 2 helmets like Commander
Yeah,
Green.
man. And it's like and before that they added Battle Droid Commandos, which are by far the most fun reinforcement class to play
Oh,
as.
by far. I think they might be. I think they might be. I think they might be rivaled by Droidicas. Because if I can
Oh
just
yeah,
roll into a Ross, oh my gosh, think about it on board the Venator. We
and it's
roll
really
up, the
exciting for
two of
me too
us.
because it's like, you know, when I play games, I'm either feeling really supportive or really aggressive. Today I was playing Heroes versus Villains and I was feeling really aggressive and we slaughtered the other team. And but then sometimes when I kind of want to lean back into a heavy class or play, more so support the team, Droidicas are like the perfect combination of both. Because you
Oh,
roll
yeah.
up with the shield and you hold your ground. I think that sounds so exciting, man.
But will
And
they let
Droidicas were
us.
so much fun in Battlefront 2005.
But
And
will they
so it's
let us
like,
shoot through shields, is my question.
dude, yeah,
They
I have to
have to.
imagine if they're doing Droidicas, they're going to give us the full Droidica experience. They haven't let us down so far in terms of nailing each of the
No.
characters.
No. Well, maybe the ARC Troopers a little bit, but the Commander
Yeah,
Droids not at all.
the ARC troopers just need to be buffed a little bit.
They
I think.
their guns need a little bit higher damage. The CR2, like when I'm playing a battle droid, for example, and I go up against an not an ARF trooper, but an ARC trooper, my CR2 can kill faster than their pistols can, and that's not good.
Mm.
Their charge shot's good, and their little mine is also good for inside the Venator.
But anyway, yeah, so very exciting. I think in August
Evolution
is
map.
probably going to be the big final announcement for Battlefront 2017. I
Yeah.
think in August they're going to announce Ahsoka and Ventress and say, "Yep, this is it. After this, we're done."
Right after this, Fallen Order only.
Yeah, and so I think that's great, man. I think now they've finished the game and have taken it further than I expected them to. And you got a ton of other people who are still like, but Jango Fett and Mace Windu and this character and that character. It's like, listen, man, this game's not making any money, and so it's a miracle that they're even able to do all of this. I feel, and,
The
and so yeah.
the Xbox E3 conference is happening, dude.
Oh man,
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I mean, we can keep streaming. It might get a little boring as we wait for Halo because I don't know if they'll necessarily open up with Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a link to the stream, Tate?
I'm pulling it up now. I don't want to steal another person's live stream because I feel like that's okay. Yeah, no, I have the Xbox. Yep, 4 minutes countdown. I have the Xbox stream.
I
Yep.
mean, we can keep going, and we can maybe drop the link in the chat.
I'm gonna show it on screen. I'm gonna show it on screen.
I think that should be okay. I
It's
mean, if
it,
we,
it's allowed. I
listen,
mean, people have been
yeah, I
doing
mean,
that.
listen, man. Yeah, if they got a problem, whatever. We got a lot of people in that room, man. So but I don't know, man. We'll see. Can you link me to the stream tape?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Excuse any background noise, guys. We're going for a while here, so there's bound to be some. Um,
So guys, I will not have chat because I do have the E3 briefing pulled up.
if they get to be about like more than 10 minutes, if they get about 10 minutes in and they're not covering Halo, we'll just wrap.
Oh, really? I kind of want to watch the whole thing, dude. I mean, I'm excited to see what's
You,
happening. I
all
want to see
right,
the next gen
man.
console. I mean, Sony's not going to be at E3, so
We're
this
already
is all
going
I
on like
got.
2 hours, Dave.
I mean,
All
Ross,
right,
this could be the episode, dude. I'm gonna,
dude.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna go and check the sound really quick using my phone. So I'm gonna go off mic for a second. But yeah,
Okay. I'll engage with everybody in the chat for a second here while you do that. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is partially a big deal, as we explained a little bit on the show earlier. Hey, Ross, when will your Stranger Things set review come out? I think I already answered this one. I will be posting that when the new season comes out. Um, this podcast brings you happiness every Saturday. Hey, man, I really appreciate that, Tim. I'm really glad that somebody like you is really enjoying it. This has just been like such a cool, like casual thing for Tate and I to do, and I really appreciate that you're, really having a good time, man. Thanks for being here. But yeah, dude. So, guys, Halo, like I said earlier on in the show, has been a huge part of my life. And it's been a huge part of really the person I've become since 2009. And I've loved every game besides Halo 5. And I said before, Halo 5 was the first game in the franchise that really felt like a smack in the face. That really just felt like a huge betrayal of the franchise. And so I can't say that I'm sitting here now at E3 2019 with all kinds of hype. Because as I explained, earlier on in the show, what they show us here and now, they've proven in the past they are more than capable to not deliver on at all. And so whatever they show us, I'm looking forward to seeing whatever it is, man, for Halo Infinite. This is Master Chief's final game, the conclusion of the Reclaimer saga that they set out to do in 2011 when they started this. But who knows if it's going to disappoint or not. So as a huge Halo fan, I'm looking forward to whatever this is they're about to show in the next, minute. Hopefully they get straight to it and they don't, lollygag around. But I guess they might announce the next generation console first, so who the hell knows? But I guess we're hanging out for a little bit, guys. When does the making of Captain America video come out for Endgame? That's probably not going to come out for like another week and a half. not gonna lie, I'm not as far along on Captain America as you might think. But I will be posting progress of him over on Patreon again pretty soon. So, yeah. But man, I just sitting here about to watch the Xbox E3 2019 briefing, just kind of giving me flashbacks to.
Sounds all good. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mentioning like this is giving me flashbacks to sitting here to all the E3s that have come before. E3 2011, the Halo 4 reveal trailer.
Yeah.
E3 2012, the gameplay reveal trailer when we got to see all the Prometheans for the first time and the new enemy that wasn't the Covenant.
Oh,
E3 2013, the first teaser for Halo 5 that wound up being nothing. 6 years later, and they never delivered on that trailer. E3 2014, Master Chief Collection and first look at Halo 5. Kind of.
Oh, it's happening, Ross. It's happening.
They're doing a countdown, man. 10, 9. All right, cool.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm not a huge Xbox guy, but there is no PlayStation conference, so this is all we got.
This is the first time in a number of years, Tate, where I've watched this live. This is pretty exciting.
This is awesome, Ross. Minecraft!
Minecraft!
Persona!
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. The first conference of all of E3. Here we go. Forza, Halo. New thing. Battletoads, Gears of War.
Halo 5, just what I wanted to see.
Minecraft! Baby! My favorite game. Oh!
Your feed is like a couple seconds ahead of mine.
Is it?
For the Xbox stream, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
No, don't worry about it.
We're getting Sea of Thieves updates today.
Man, this is one hell of an intro.
Right? This is badass.
Man, way to recap the last generation.
I mean, those are all the exclusives they had, though. PlayStation did that. Oh my gosh, you go on for 10 minutes.
Nice. Lego Indiana Jones 7. I saw in the shot. Oh, shit.
Outer Worlds, dude.
What is this?
This is the new, Obsidian game. I think.
This is weird.
This is awesome. Oh my god. Holy crap. This is Fallout New Vegas in space, Ross.
What is this?
It is
this
a
the new Fallout?
No, it's so Obsidian, the people who made, I think it's called Obsidian. The people who made Fallout New Vegas are making a new game called The Outer Worlds, and I think this is it.
Oh, cool, man. I might check this out.
I mean, Ross, if this has multiplayer, dude, this could be a strat for us. I mean, this looks awesome. RDR, Ross, you see that? Helping people out?
How did you throw that in the chat?
Wow, dude, this looks incredible. I mean, this looks like BioShock and Fallout and Outsiders? Not Outsiders, oh my god, Dishonored?
Yeah.
Wow, just wow. This game looks incredible. I mean, Ross, this is going to be Borderlands, BioShock, Dishonored, and Fallout New Vegas all in one game. Wow. Wow. Just wow.
That looks pretty cool, man.
That was a good opener, dude. I mean, Ross, that looks like the next big, like, space punk game. Oh, man. It's gonna be Gears of War, dude. Oh, no, we're buffering.
Oh no. Oh,
We're good, we're good. Okay.
man, you could tell she's so excited, but like so introverted at the same time. I love
Right,
it.
right. So it's gonna be Overwatch, dude. Another Overwatch game.
Huh.
I mean, what do you think, Ross?
Uh, I don't know if it'll be for me, but I mean, I'm open to giving it a shot.
Frankly, dude, I mean, this is like Overwatch and For Honor had a baby, which I'm not into either. So
Yeah.
people are saying they can't hear us. I'm gonna turn the music down here.
Oh yeah, definitely turn it down a little bit.
I didn't realize it was so loud.
Yeah, it's gotten louder.
I mean, my bad, guys. Uh, but to me, this kind of just looks like another, another arena hero shooter, and I'm kind of burnt out on him, dude.
Yeah, that one didn't really grab me. Please get to Halo.
I think this is Sea of Thieves, dude, which is a game I really want to check out once it has enough content. Yeah, guys, sorry. Oh, this is a new. Oh.
It's Mewtwo.
It looks like a Neopet.
It's a Tamagotchi.
So yeah, guys, sorry about the volume. I hope it's better now. Another 2D platformer? I'm into this. I don't play enough of these games, Ross. Like Limbo and Unravel and those kind of games.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if this one's for me, but hey,
This
I
is
gotta say, visually, it looks stunning.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I mean, this is like Hollow Knight kind of is what I'm getting from this.
I'm loving the music too. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Man, imagine if they announced GTA 6 at the C3.
Ross, I will lose my mind. Rockstar doesn't have their own panel, do they?
I don't know, but I mean, I would at least appreciate the announcement.
I like that one though. That game looked pretty good. It makes me want to go back and play, Limbo again and Hollow Knight again.
What is this?
Minecraft 2? No, it's gonna be the Dungeons game that they announced a long time ago. Yeah, this is Dungeons. I don't care for this, dude. I play Minecraft to build. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. This is a pass.
This is that.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a big
hard
pass.
pass on this one.
We didn't need a top-down dungeon game in the Minecraft formula, dude. I mean, this just looks like any other 8-bit inspired dungeon game. This is so unfortunate, dude. I mean, Minecraft is so intrinsically tied to creativity, and this is just a dungeon game with a Minecraft skin.
Yeah, this is a hard pass.
This was not a good idea, in my opinion.
I'm sure some kids will get some value out of this, but I don't see this being a big success at all.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Phil Spencer, my least favorite person on the planet, the guy who ruined the Xbox One. Screw you, Phil Spencer. Imagine the Xbox One being your one-stop shop. You have your football and your TV, but you don't have your games. Because forget gaming.
Do you remember when they announced the Xbox One? They couldn't shut up about TV this, TV.
Shut the hell up, dude. Everybody has
funny.
a cable box. Even if you have satellite, you have a cable box.
That was like E3 2013. Oh man.
I would run on stage and pants him if I were there, dude. I'd go to jail. I don't care.
Okay.
Shut up.
I'm getting tired of hearing this spiel at E3s and then like them not delivering.
These are not our games. These are your games. These are the games. You decide what happens in the industry. Let's just do everything wrong and make loot boxes. Give me a break. Ross, as much as I dislike Xbox, I hope they have a stronger generation next generation. I mean, I will be getting the PS5, but I just want them to have a strong generation so that the PlayStations get better.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried that the Xbox X, that's what it's called, right?
Xbox X. God, that is so repetitive.
Isn't that a horrible name? Isn't that the new one though? The strongest one.
That's 3 X's, man.
Right. Right. But that one it is the strongest console on the market. But I really hope Sony sees that and says, "Wow, we really need to step it up with the PS5." I'm just gonna mute him so we can talk. But yeah, dude. I mean, if Xbox has a really strong generation, then PlayStation will have an even stronger generation. You know what I mean? Because they'll push themselves. Yeah. I really want it. I mean, Sony really rides its exclusives, and it really rode the fact that it was cheaper at launch, and you got more out of it. And I just hope we see more of that going forward.
And guys in the chat, if there are any audio problems, make sure you let Tait know.
Oh yeah, guys.
Still good.
Yeah, let me know. I'll balance anything out.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right.
I mean, I have it muted right now because I don't give a shit about what Phil Spencer's saying.
Oh, you have it muted?
I'm serious, so we can talk over him. Because he just talks about accessibility and loot boxes, and it gets so repetitive and annoying.
Listen, man, if he's gonna give the big general Xbox spiel, they better have something nice to bring.
They better
have something. They better have something pretty great.
I mean, I'm gonna look at the subtitles boxes so I can see when they bring up something good. But dude, I mean, he better announce Halo 5 right now or Halo 6.
I mean, they don't have any other better exclusive.
Well, they have the Xbox 5, which could be the better exclusive.
I mean, in terms of games.
Right, I get it.
But yeah, they would have to announce the Xbox 5 first, wouldn't they?
4, my bad.
yeah, whatever.
I mean, they really are the biggest conference, though, dude. I mean, it's them and EA and Nintendo, pretty much. That's it. E3 is small this year.
That's a shame. I hope the reveals aren't.
60 games in this briefing? Jesus Christ, Ross.
Oh my god. We are not going to be able to keep going.
We saw 3 of them. Oh my lord.
How about if it reaches like once we get to like 5 o'clock, how about that? If they're still not showing Halo, we're out.
Yeah. I mean, dude, this could be a 3-4 hour conference, and I don't want to have the podcast running for that long.
Yeah, no, we've already been going for like 2 hours 15.
Yeah.
What is this? Something else I don't care about. Oh no, it's Jedi Fallen Order. Oh shit!
It's something I don't care about. Everybody needs a droid, though. Oh my gosh!
I told you they were gonna show us this.
Oh my god! Chills.
Yo.
Chills.
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Oh, chills. Chills. Why isn't this at the EA conference? What the heck?
Whoa.
Dude. Oh my god.
Where was this yesterday?
God. Holy crap. Why did that cut him in half, though? That is kind of disappointing.
Right, this is now a lot more of the same stuff from the demo.
Dude, I wish I had a webcam on. I just, like, stood out of my chair. This is from the demo, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Alright, yeah, more demo stuff.
So Saw is not a supporting character, it looks like. Oh, man. God, did you see that?
Wow.
Ow. Oh, my God.
Man, did you hear Forrest Whitaker right there? Holy crap.
Holy crap. Rossi needed a companion, but to have him follow him around all the time, I don't know, man.
That was better than what they showed yesterday.
Way better. Our leaps and bounds. Dude,
Oh,
something I don't care about, Ross on his high horse, and then you see him pop out of the water. Chills.
No.
Some horror game that's gonna fail. It's what it is, dude. You can tell.
I'm gonna turn the lights off in my room here.
What's up, Dark Brick?
What is this, like Alan Wake?
Who cares? Look at It's Days Gone. It's a road in a horror game.
1996, Tate. Wait,
is this Death Stranding? Shanks. Oh. Okay, I care. That.
Some horror game is gonna fail.
Dude, is this Death Stranding? That was supposed to be at the PS4 showcase, or the Sony showcase until they canceled. Holy crap. I mean, frankly, Ross, this doesn't look very good in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, visually it looks pretty amazing, but otherwise I'm not seeing a lot here that I really care about.
No, me neither.
Looks very real, though. Wow.
This doesn't. This looks like a cheesy. This looks cheesy right here, in my opinion.
It's alright.
But if this is Death Stranding, dude, oh my god.
Looks pretty thrilling to play through.
It looks very basic. I feel like we've seen this before, dude.
Just kind of like Until Dawn.
Yeah, Until Dawn and Biohazard. It's not Death Stranding. That looked like Norman Reedus, though. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know he's in it.
But the reason we thought it was Death Stranding, everybody. Oh my god, dude! Cyberpunk! Oh!
Oh shit! I'm not ready for this.
Oh no! Oh my god, no!
Oh, I forgot this was at E3.
Oh my god, chills, chills, chills.
All these years waiting, here it is, Tate.
Ross, Witcher 3 is one of my GOAT games, and oh my god, one of my greatest of all time games.
This has been in development forever.
Like, Ross, this is going to be one of the best games ever made. This and Outer Worlds coming out at a similar time.
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Look at how real it looks. Oh my god.
He got shot. Rip.
Dude, this is GTA in 2077. I mean, what kind of vibes are you getting right now?
This looks like a game from the future. I mean, this is pretty surreal.
Oh my gosh. These Polish bastards, dude, they always do it. That just looks like an actor, dude. I mean, tell me it doesn't. That looks like a human actor.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Did you see that? The blues and the reds and the blood?
Up. You buffering too?
No.
Oh, I gotta refresh.
I mean, holy crap. Is this gameplay?
Oh, man.
Is this gameplay?
Whoa.
Keanu! Keanu!
Whoa.
Did you see Ross?
He's there.
Did you see Keanu?
Here comes John Wick.
Oh my god. Oh
Here he
my
comes.
god. There he is. There he is.
Man, he's just getting in everything now. I love it.
Fuck yeah. That's my one per podcast. Oh my god. I didn't know he was in this game. Imagine being in the front row, dude. That close to Keanu Reeves. Holy god. He just leaves. He's like, that's all. I'll buy the special edition for this game. You don't fork over $200 for it. I don't care. If I get a Keanu statue,
This is gonna be nuts.
dude, this game is going to be epic.
I need a bigger TV.
I need a smaller TV, dude. I need a VR headset to play this game with.
Somebody goes, "You're breathtaking" to him. Give me something to look forward to this year. Come on.
He's so badass.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, gameplay? Gameplay? Oh, dude. This is just Coruscant the game. Think about it, Ross. Kind of bummed that it's first person, but dude, this is the first gameplay we've seen.
Ah! Hey man, that's not too far into next year. All right.
Oh man.
It's finally coming out after like what, 10 years?
Yep. I'm surprised they went with first person though, because you know Witcher being such a success as a
I
third
wonder if
person.
you'd be able to switch. I'm sure.
You think so?
I mean, so far most games have had the option recently.
That's true. Another like
Already
indie
are.
title, like kind of indie but funded by Microsoft.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'll be right back, guys.
Another 2D platformer, super cute. What's up, Chase? How's it going, man? Oh no. Oh, here we go.
All right, I'm back.
Ross, look at what's on the screen, dude. Battletoads are coming back.
Why is our time? Why are we? Okay, this is a waste of time. You got to be kidding me.
What happened?
What?
What happened? What do you mean? Oh, the Battletoads and everything on screen?
Yeah. What? Can we stop?
Nah, dude, I'm enjoying this. We just got Cyberpunk, dude. Let them
No,
have their
no.
their
What I'm saying, can we
idiocy.
stop with this crap and they move on, please? Come on, man. Freaking Battletoads. You have to sit through Battletoads now.
Hey, man. Pretty damn exciting. As long as they don't talk about it for 10 minutes.
Already 50,000 tweets about Keanu Reeves.
Wow. These are just a bunch of cute, throwaway $10 games. $10, $20 games that are going to go in the Xbox store. So, dude, Outer Worlds and Cyberpunk. Oh my gosh. I mean, Ross. Those are two 100-hour games at least.
Cyberpunk, you mean?
Well, no, Cyberpunk 2077 and The Outer Worlds. Like those two games are both going to be like 100-hour games.
Hmm. Hell yeah, dude. The Legend of Right, Tate.
Get it? Because his name's Wright, but they're drawings.
Uh,
Oh,
uh,
another dungeon game.
they do, man. They do Cyberpunk, and then they do this.
Hopefully this will be like part of the 60 though, because remember they announced 60? Here's just a bunch.
Yeah, it feels like they're just whipping through them now.
Fine by me.
They aren't even sending people out to represent each one.
Well, the reason they brought Ninja out because they're pretty big. It just did Hellblade, which was big, and they did Devil May Cry. All right, Ross, I'm starting to feel like you are, dude. Like, just get like your 60 games. Just get them all done here. Give us Halo PC and Halo 6. This looks good. Unto the End, that looked good.
What am I watching?
Oh my gosh, an oblique multiplayer game with the Hello Neighbor skin. That's funny.
They're literally just blinking through the games.
That's kind of good though, Ross. I mean, that means we're gonna get Halo 6 sooner.
Yeah, dude, they're literally montaging it.
This is what they do every year, dude. I mean, that's why they advertise they have 100 games to show off at E3. They just showed us.
What if like GTA 6 was just in that little montage?
Oh my gosh. All right, time to mute the freaking thing again. Who cares?
You want to hear what she has to say?
I don't care about her, Phil Spencer. I want to see gameplay, dude.
I'll try to listen.
All right, I'll listen to then.
Oh boy, this lady sounds automated.
So does Phil Spencer, though. So you got to give her a break.
Yeah, no, I mean they all do.
The devs come out though, and then they're all excited and introverted. You can tell that they're not cut out for it. That they weren't paid to be PR people.
You know something else I forgot to mention about Jedi Fallen Order? You could also have, well, you really can't. It depends on when the game takes place, but I mean, Saw Gerrera helped Galen Erso and his family get off Coruscant and onto that backwater world.
True.
Like right after, like a year after Avengers of the Sith, I want to say. I wonder if he'll bring it up. Probably not.
Ooh, Bethesda's tonight, dude. Bethesda's after. Oh my god, Bethesda is after Microsoft. Dude.
Oh man. Already have it. Don't care.
Hollow Knight's awesome. That's also awesome, Borderlands.
Cool, man.
I'm a PC player. I don't care. I think they're going to do Halo right in the middle, dude. Right at the hour mark. Because it was in all the marketing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yep. Here we go. There it is.
Come on. Get to it.
And also...
Oh, shit. Wow.
Oh, shit. Ross, we can play Master Chief Collection today.
No, we can't.
Go to Best Buy. She just said open beta, dude.
Today?
Go to Best Buy.
And I'm gonna have to get a computer quicker than I wanted to. So is that really what is that? So Master Chief Collection's included in that beta?
I'm assuming.
Oh shit.
Dude.
I'm not ready yet.
So we're gonna see Avengers probably during the Square Enix one on Monday.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Avengers is not till tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're gonna see that tomorrow. Ubisoft's tomorrow. I can't believe Bethesda's tonight, dude, and Devolver's tonight as well.
But yeah, Chase 1.9 Gaming. I was very much into the Pokemon cards as a kid in the show. That's a mouthful.
Xbox X Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, that's pretty damn good, dude. $15 a month for Game Pass and Gold?
That's probably worth it once I get a PC, damn.
That is probably worth it, dude. Oh, shit!
God!
Do you have Game Pass, Ross?
No!
Well, now you do, for $1. Holy crap. Oh,
Dude, I should go.
Oh, never mind. I thought this was gonna be it, dude. When it said 4K, captured in 4K.
What is this?
I thought this was gonna be Halo, dude. When they said captured in 4K.
What is this, like an engine? Like what are we looking at?
Oh my god, this might be PS5 reveal. Or not PS5, but Xbox 4.
Well, it's kind of random for them to just announce it like this.
Yeah, but this is how they do it a lot of the time. It's kind of weird.
Is that what this is? Did they not want to lead into it at all?
No, it's just play with Game Pass. So this is like a flight simulator game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who cares?
It looks fucking great.
It looks amazing, but...
Sorry, guys. Let that one slip.
There's your one per episode. You're good.
That looks like real life, man. That's pretty... That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Tate, imagine if GTA 6 looks like this.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh no, what if this is GTA 6? No, it's not.
Oh my gosh, just imagine. No, Ross, you see the whole trailer, right? And then at the end of the trailer...
Hey man, when I get a bigger TV, I'd play a flight simulator.
Imagine that in VR, dude. How scary it must be.
What's this now?
This is I know what game this is. I forget what it's called. Yeah, there it is.
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
It's
Uh,
a
okay.
Legion game. It's like it's RTS.
I don't enjoy RTS games.
I'm not an RTS fan either. And if I was, I'd just play the free ones on mobile. The Last Cons, that's pretty damn cool. You get the Mongolian Empire. That's badass.
I don't know, Tate, is Nintendo doing E3? Simon's asking.
They're doing their direct on Tuesday, but it's
On
not
Tuesday.
technically part of E3. It's just Nintendo being Nintendo.
Doing their own separate event.
Dude, it's Halo 6! I'm just kidding.
Man, you got me to jump for a second.
That's
there.
Master Chief under the mask, that old man with the beard.
I knew it.
Oh gosh.
Dude, it's already 4:45 almost. I still think we should stick to it and wrap in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This is getting ridiculous. Oh my god.
They might end the conference with it, dude.
Yeah. God, I hope they show it at least before I have to go see Endgame. Got my showtime at like 7. My time.
This will be number 7.
Oh, what am I watching?
That's Master Chief, dude, under the helmet. That's him.
Stop. No one's playing that. I hope whoever made it, though, enjoyed...
His last name's Moody!
I bet he's had to deal with that his whole life, but look where he is! Oh.
About time. It's not football and TV anymore.
Matt Booty!
Dude,
It's
no,
Matt Booty!
this is good, Ross. They're talking about the gaming studio. You know what that means.
And Booty.
Wait.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
They did the one game where you go into your memories. It's a really good game. I don't remember what it's called. Hey, how about we talk about 343?
You want to talk about 343, Tate? Well, conversation can be pretty short. I mean, 343. They I'm gonna mute this stream. Hang on.
I'll mute it too.
I hope you, yeah. Listen, man. I think 343 Industries. I mean, the entire studio was created and founded by Microsoft to keep Halo going, and they did that with Halo 4, right? Halo 4 wasn't perfect, and it was a departure from the rest of the series for a lot of reasons. But I mean, ultimately, man, Halo 4 really did deliver on my own personal expectations. I mean, the campaign, the multiplayer were excellent. Forge, not so much. But that campaign is one I'll never forget. And somebody goes, Jack Black. No,
Jack Black was in Brutal Legend, dude. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, trailer.
I don't care.
Psychonauts 2. I care. I loved Psychonauts 1. That's the game. I forgot the name of it.
Let's see it.
This is the game where you go. The game I just mentioned.
What the hell, Tate? What is this? What the hell?
The first game is genuinely good, Ross.
Okay. This looks ridiculous.
It is, and that's what makes it excellent. It's an extremely artistic platformer.
Hooray. I'm glad this is somebody's vision coming to life. I mean, hey, man.
Ross be like, FPS or die. I hate artistic games. I want guns and aliens.
It just doesn't look fun to me.
Yeah, I know, dude. God, this game is 20 years in the making.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
I'm not, dude. I'm playing this on launch.
Definitely gonna pass. But yeah, they had the right writers on board, and
world premiere?
Oh shit!
Question mark?
Oh.
Lego.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Complete Saga. Complete Saga remaster.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Oh no.
No.
No way. No. No.
Yo.
All 9. Did you see that? All 9.
I saw it. Finally.
All 9.
I knew they were gonna do this, but I somehow forgot about the idea.
Dude, I hope it does. Yeah. I hope they don't add voice acting. I hope it's just grunts.
Man, that.
Who cares about Dragon Ball? Bring us more Star Wars.
Why did they just gloss over Lego Star Wars? Why didn't they bring some of the guys out?
Well, here's the thing, Ross. It's probably not going to be as good as the classic games were, dude. They're going to put voice acting into it. We're not going to have as good of humor. It's probably going to be simplified.
I just want the levels to be good, man. That's all.
You're right. Me too.
The levels are what I remember most about Lego Star Wars, not the fact that they were mumbling and grumbling.
No, dude. The grunts and all the humor and the cutscenes. Think about it, Ross.
It doesn't really. I mean, like, personally, like, for instance, I love Lego Marvel Superheroes because the levels were good and because the gameplay was good. I didn't care about the voice actor.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really mind voice actors if the game is good. But if the game is not, then, yeah.
Like the Force Awakens game? It's just boring.
Exactly. Hey, man. Good on Lego. Glad they're finally doing that.
Mm-hmm. All 9.
All
Ross.
9 films.
We gotta do a gaming channel, dude.
Yeah.
Just to play that, I mean, jeez.
2020 is gonna demand it. Damn.
This is lame. Who cares about Dragon Ball Z, dude? It's 2019. I thought this died. At least they're doing an RPG for it.
Yeah, I mean, how much are they gonna milk Dragon Ball Z?
Who knows? I can't believe Cyberpunk's finally has a release date, dude.
Yeah, man. Apparently, according to my buddy Sean, who's coming to Asheville pretty soon here, he's flying in to visit on Thursday. Apparently, they're returning to the grunts, and there are no voices.
Oh, excellent.
So, if that's the case, right on, man.
I hope they don't do it like the Indiana Jones 2 game. You know, there's the different levels, or there's the different movies, but you only get to play like one level from each, as opposed to a campaign. I hope it comes with a good mini, dude. A good minifig.
Sure.
It's called the Skywalker Saga, right? So maybe that's a hint to episode 9.
Listen, man, all this marketing towards the word Skywalker, like, you realize...
For it's a Skywalker, dude.
Unless the whole movie is somehow about Leia, they've got a problem with the title.
If Rey's a Skywalker, I'm going to lose my mind.
And granted, I mean, I guess, you know, Kylo Ren, you can still consider him a Skywalker, but...
That's true. But he's a solo dude.
Right. But yeah, dude. Then Halo 5 came around, going back to 343, and a lot of the writers for Halo 4 were left, and a lot of the people who worked on Halo 4 left, and
343 is making Halo 6, correct?
Yeah, man. You know the dev to do it. Really. And yeah, and they proved they knew what to do at first, they completely lost sight of it. And they ruined it. They ruined it with
Domestic Abuse, the video game.
Yeah, what is this? A man trapped in a time loop. Oh no.
Domestic Abuse, the video game. Another world premiere, please.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, we have 10 minutes. Else Ross is going to force me to end the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna freaking die.
I'm digging this, dude. I like this.
We're like, what, an hour in?
Almost. I'm liking the way this game looks so far. It's like Journey, dude. This looks super cool.
So what's been the best part about this so far? Cyberpunk, by far, I think.
Cyberpunk or Outer Worlds? I mean, opening with Outer Worlds was insane. Their little Star Wars Fallen Order thing, dude, their little piece on that was pretty damn good.
Cyberpunk and that extra Fallen Order footage, best parts so far. This is man, this podcast is just like grinding to a halt.
Mm-hmm. We got all hyped about Lego Star Wars, and now we're just
Oh yeah, Lego Star Wars. I already forgot. What is this? Gears?
Gears. Who cares?
Where are they? Where even are they with the story for Gears? Didn't they wrap up the story about the main characters? Isn't this just like all a bunch of spin-offs?
Probably. Oh, this girl's she's got a DID.
Oh, there's what's his name?
Shows how much we care.
Isaac. F you. Got it. I don't know how I remember that.
They're using Billie Eilish music, dude.
What is this? What am I watching? This shot has been going for like a straight 30 seconds. What? No one's buying this game. What are they doing? I don't know anything about Gears, but I'm pretty sure people don't. What? This is okay. Okay.
Guys, they got the rights to Billie Eilish music. They just gave her a copy of the game. They just gave her an Xbox One. She took it.
Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger got married.
Oh, cool. Good for them.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Trying to change the subject.
Oh, I was going to talk about Gears of War. Who cares? Ross, I'm keeping this podcast on until we see Halo, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not as hyped about Halo as you are, but I just want to see.
Come on, man. I wonder what goes into the ordering. Like, how do they decide what gets shown?
They leave the most hyped thing for last, Ross. And you know what the most hyped thing is?
Huh.
I think you do.
It's freaking Lego Indiana Jones 7.
Where did the 7 come from?
Because there've been 6 movies. I don't know.
6 Indiana Jones movies. Ross, did you hit your head or did I?
No, I just made up an extra one. It's fine.
You made 2 extra ones, Ross.
Don't worry about it.
Ross be like, I star in the 7th and 8th Indiana Jones movies. It's just called Indiana Ross. Rossiana Jones. And it's just you painting figures in your room for 2 hours. Because it's what
Saw
everybody wants to see.
Gerrera and that Fallen Order footage. The Jedi are not yet lost. Like, well, I got bad news for you guys. Doesn't quite work out. Man, like, even after Luke comes back, it's like, it still doesn't work out. Oh, wow, did they burn that guy off the stage? That's kind of sad.
Rest in peace, my fellow.
Hey, what are we doing?
Buffering. This is like hurting my...
Do we have like Smaug coming out now? Like what?
All I know is that my stream's pee-pee hurts because it's completely frozen.
Oh, great. They're showing like some interior they designed underneath the stage. I don't really...
What the hell is going on? Who cares? Gears of War is dead. It died with the 3rd game. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Ross, if we had webcams on right now, dude, I'd be a meme. I'm like sitting on my chair in the most awkward way possible.
You'd same. What is this?
I'm just gonna start working out, dude. I'm gonna like go on my pull-up bar because I really don't care what's happening on screen.
I really feel like we should call it in 4 minutes.
I don't. I'm not calling it, Ross. I control the start stream and the end stream button.
Is anyone still in the chat? Bless you if you are. Oh wow, there are a lot of messages I've been missing.
Rossiana Jones and the Custom of Doom.
Are we sure that they're revealing Halo 6 today? I don't know,
we
man.
We are. No, it was in the marketing. It was in the marketing.
At this point, with all the lies we got from Microsoft and 343 about Halo 5, I mean, they could be lying about anything.
Is this even Gears of War? Because this looks good.
Yeah, it's Gears. They got the blue lights in the backpacks.
They do have the blue lights, but they don't have the heavy armor. Like, their armor's very light for Gears.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, different story, whatever.
I played 1 and 2. I didn't play 3. I didn't play 4. Because I only had an Xbox 360. It's Gears. They have chain blades on their guns.
Yeah, the big weird, like, slopey, spiky guns. It's Gears.
Spiky guns be like... Turn on your little saw, dude. Oh my god, he's got a close-range chainsaw and he doesn't use it. What a retard.
Got the electro knife coming in here. Oh boy. Is this getting anyone exciting? Anyone excited?
Legos Baldy Basics 69.
I'm watching the chat and I don't see anyone caring.
At least we had Lego Star Wars. Barf.
Think of anything, it just looks like people are upset by this.
You know how the crowd was cheering during Cyberpunk and Outer Worlds? Do you hear the crowd cheering right now?
No.
Oh, it's the zombies, dude. It's just a zombies mode. You see that?
Thanks, man. Can you leave, please? Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh, no. This is a cool idea for a game, dude. I will say, but 3 players is weird.
Mm-hmm. Please, no. Stop!
Please don't show us gameplay. Please don't show us these people play. Next. Next. Please.
You're excited? Yeah, dude. Camo Clone, we're excited to see Avengers tomorrow, too. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god! They're showing us the freaking mode! Who cares?
No one cares about your dumb zombie game. Can you leave now? Yeah. You got it, Golden Light. Oh, it.
No, dude, this is a Terminator game. Oh wait,
Oh.
no, that's a Terminator character with.
What? I'm so confused.
What the? Well, it just said it in the bottom left corner.
I'm
Finally,
so
we're moving on. We're moving on.
Yeah, Ross and Tait roast video games, indeed.
Oh, is this the new controller? No, this is an Xbox One controller. Another new Elite controller, dude.
Oh my god!
Who cares?
Another controller!
Oh my god. Who cares?
Look, Tait, they prepared a whole freaking demo. Look at... I'm dying. I'm freaking dying.
I'd rather watch a full-length film of Hulk dabbing than watch this.
I would rather watch Star Wars Rebels than this.
Well, I mean, at least the chat gets to hear us yell and complain, right? So at least that's kind of entertaining, I guess. Did it just say compatible with the PS5? Or with the Xbox 5?
Who
or Xbox
cares?
4? That's kind of cool, dude, if that's the case.
We need a spin-off game about the rat from Endgame. Yeah, man.
A
Save
spin-off
the universe,
game?
that dude.
A comic, dude. What if it's a crossover and that rat gets like a Red Lantern ring? Or like a Green Lantern ring for having enough hope in Scott Lang.
Chase said, we're here to feel your pain with you, Ross. Thanks, man. Glad to have you here as we slowly die.
Dying Light 2? That's sick! Okay, this is cool, dude. Dying Light 1 was freaking awesome. It was a pretty...
I forgot what the first one was.
It was pretty. It was fun. If this is more of that, then I'm on board. Oh, dude, this game's badass. Have you played the first one, Ross? It's enjoyable, dude. It is extremely fun. I know the zombie genre's dead, but this game is fun.
Yeah, the zombie genre has been beat into the ground.
But this and Last of Us, dude, I mean, that works for me.
Yeah.
Like, they have staying power because they're good. Dying Light 1 and its DLCs were genuinely good.
Aren't we? Yeah, there's going to be more new Last of Us stuff at E3, right?
Yeah, but Sony's not here, so they're not doing it.
Oh, great.
Just like Fallen Order is it's been advertised as a PlayStation game. Like it's like the PlayStation, the Sony thing goes on after Fallen Order. They were gonna do it with PlayStation with Sony, but they didn't. Same with Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was gonna do it with Sony, and they didn't.
Please.
Okay.
Oh.
They'll make a big deal out of it, like they did with yours, dude. Oh my god. We've all seen sports cars and supercars before. You don't need to show us. Who cares?
I will hand it to them. I mean, they've got one hell of a setup for this E3. Okay. I was not expecting that. Okay.
Lego! What the heck?
Okay. Now I'm interested.
I'm less interested, dude. What the heck?
Why is it buffering? I was watching that. Come on, man.
I guess this was the big Lego announcement. Because remember, Lego had a couple announcements for E3. I guess this was it, dude. This is actually a good idea for a game. A little spin-off Lego game.
Yo. I'm down to play this.
It doesn't look too bad, dude.
Alright.
Oh my god, you can play Lego stages with real cars. That's pretty damn cool.
This is not how I expected this to go.
No, it's pretty damn cool that you can use Lego cars and real-life cars.
Oh, man.
That's pretty damn cool.
Alright. I'm interested.
I still really don't care, Ross, but like this is cool, dude. That's cool. I'll give it to them.
Yeah. All right. Oh boy.
Oh, it's a Lego car.
Nice. Yeah, you couldn't even tell.
No, not even a little. I love the McLarens, dude. I rode in a McLaren last year before like shit hit the fan. Some of the most badass cars ever made. June 13th. They just showed that.
Wait, it's coming out that soon?
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Oh,
god,
wow.
give me a break. A Pop Series game.
It's honestly kind of surprising there hasn't been a Funko Pop game sooner.
But Gears, dude, using Gears as the skin. Not the skin, but the source material.
Okay.
There's a Funko movie in development. Oh
Great.
my lord. Oh, dude, they're just copying the battle royale. What is that game called? Clash Royale.
Is it a bad time to tell Tate that there's a Funko movie? Oh, you read that one. Okay. Yeah.
Say it
As much as I'm
again.
anticipating Halo, it's fun to see Ross and Tate constantly rage at the games. Not gonna lie. Yeah, man. Tate, it's been going on for over an hour now. I'm dying.
Ross, you can peace out, dude. But I'll just see the
No,
Halo
dude. I
review
mean,
without you, dog.
I don't really have to be any. I don't really have to leave for like another. I can stick around for like another 20, 25 minutes, but then I gotta go.
All right, dude.
20, 25 minutes, and then I'm peacing out. Because then I actually have to get ready to go see Endgame.
Are you seeing it at the IMAX theater in South?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I was going to, but then I'm just not. Oh boy, another zombie game.
Even though the zombie genre is dead, and we know that with World War Z and the Walking Dead game that came out recently. People don't care unless
This
it's
game really looks like
invented.
it can compete. Yeah. Oh boy, look at the graphics. That's horrendous. Jesus,
Xbox 360, PS3.
that's horrendous.
This game's gonna be like $20. Oh lord. Compare
That's
this to
really
Dying
bad.
Light 2, dude. I know we just saw a little
Awful.
bit, but it looked awesome.
I gotta refresh my stream.
Xbox kind of trash. Yeah, fun it is, but we're watching the conference to see the games. Like Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk is what I came here for. Outer
Sega,
Worlds.
what's Sega doing?
Oh my god! For the very first time, they're coming to Xbox.
We need a Star Wars Rebels game. I mean, well, dude, you're kind of getting it with Fallen Order,
Yeah.
just with better characters.
Anime, Sugoi. I don't
I'm
care.
an anime guy, so
I'm not an anime guy at all.
that's kind of surprising, Tate. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
With how much I like Nintendo stuff,
I kind of figured you'd be like at least somewhat heavy into anime.
not at all. I just like Nintendo a lot.
That's pretty cool, man. It's not often that I run into people who are like me and don't really care for anything anime.
I
It's
mean,
not how I grew. It's just not how I grew up, man. You know.
yeah, man, me neither.
I grew up early on watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but it didn't change my life in any meaningful way.
Well, my life was going to reset, so maybe I did like anime growing up. Who knows?
That's true.
I got the one respawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Camo clone. I couldn't care less about anime. Hey.
Yeah, fun. Nintendo's is gonna be awesome. We're not getting any new announcements though, dude. I don't think, at least.
Oh my god.
I thought Phil Spencer was gonna talk about Halo, dude.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, back on Xbox. I didn't even know there were any Sega games on Xbox.
Oh my god.
Introduce us to Halo 6, dude. No, fun. I think you're right, dude. I'm super into Animal Crossing. I think you're right, dude.
I'm gonna go on Twitter and look up some leaks. And
We haven't
it's not
seen...
loading, so I have to use my phone.
I think in 15 minutes, I think we're gonna see it.
Oh my god. World
Camo
premiere
Clone,
date.
PlayStation, Sony's not doing a conference this year. That's why I'm watching the Xbox One. I never watch the Xbox One. I usually watch the Sony one, but it's not happening, dude. But we have Bethesda later today. We don't have EA, which is weird. We got Bethesda later today, so that's cool.
Yep, somebody on Twitter. Phil, stop talking and show me Halo Infinite gameplay. I don't care. Yup. I agree, Black God. Okay.
Oh, EA was yesterday, so I guess they did have it. Never mind.
Well, the graphics look pretty great for whatever this is.
Yeah, dude. Looks pretty damn good. Golly, look at the glass shatter. Granted, this is just, a trailer cameo scene. Not cameo.
These trailers are very edgy.
Cinematic thing.
That looks like fun. Falling in a building while you're in it.
This looks pretty damn cool, dude.
Maybe this is the game we'll switch to when the new Modern Warfare disappoints.
We're probably going to see that in this conference.
No, Simon, the Avengers reveal is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It's during the Square conference.
Come on, please, before I die.
Nah. Anime, dude. Hell yeah. I love anime. Yum, yum, yum.
Ugh.
I don't know, dude. This could be good, though. I mean, I like JRPGs. Like, I like
It
Persona
looks beautiful,
a lot.
man. I'll give him that. It looks stunning.
Fun. We have not talked about that. No, I know it was confirmed for like 2022, but we have not yet talked about it on the podcast. We're gonna wait for more information.
Talked about what?
The new Star Wars trilogy that's supposed to come out in like 2022, right?
Yeah.
Namco, you died with Pac-Man. Give us something good. Give us Halo. I don't even care for Halo that much. I just want to see Ross's reaction, to be fair.
Tate, we're gonna fix that this fall.
I care for Halo Reach.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that.
Dude, go get a PC. Let's play Master Chief Collection. Like today.
Yeah, dude, sure. I'll just go crap out $2,000 and be like, hey,
Perfect, dude. There you go.
easy.
Easy.
No problem.
Just sell your work in progress cap.
You can feel Ross wanting to throw his keyboard across the room. Yeah, man. Well,
He's gonna throw it across the state, across the country, and hit me, dude.
like, I mean, I can stick around until about like 5:30. Like, I can stick around until like 6 o'clock, maybe. But then I gotta go.
Oh no! No! Borderlands 3, baby!
I don't know. Is this Borderlands?
It's Borderlands 3. Oh lordy!
Oh shit.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking incredible.
I feel like I would enjoy this more than Overwatch.
You would, dude. This is a looter shooter. We could play, dude. It's on PlayStation. It's really fun. I think we've seen this trailer before, though. I could be wrong. I don't know. I like the new characters a lot, though. They look really good.
I bet the guys at the
Another
event are like,
siren.
let's freaking kill these guys by showing them all these pointless games, and then we'll show Halo 6 at the very end. Yeah, man, that's what they're doing.
This is not pointless right now, though. I mean, this looks pretty freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I forgot how much Borderlands looks like a better Telltale game.
Oh, yeah. They also have way more funding, though.
Oh, well, yeah. But, like, it's so similar, the art style.
Dude. I fucking love it, dude. I play the Handsome Collection on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Woo.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Only a few months away, dude. Oh, ho, ho. See, Ross, this is the kind of game you play on PC. Oh my gosh. Dude. A whole Lilith DLC? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What was awesome?
There's a Lilith DLC back. She's a character from Borderlands. I know it means nothing to you, but
Please. Please.
no, that's not gonna be it. Anime! Anime!
Ugh.
Oh. What? Western anime. George R.R. Martin.
All right, back to chat. The F-bomb limit has officially been exceeded. RIP monetization, indeed.
Oh, dude, we talked about child porn earlier when we were
Oh.
talking about Black Mirror, so we're far past that
That's
point.
That's just an arm, you know, as you do. They're running through these trailers. Lamau, almost like they don't even care. Yeah, dude, they really don't. Xbox is just like, none of these are going to sell well, but we're still contractually obligated to air these freaking trailers.
Dude, Borderlands is gonna sell like hotcakes.
F in the chat, yeah.
Dude, our monetization died at the beginning of the stream when we talked about Black Mirror.
Dude, I don't even think this channel is monetized.
I don't even think we're able to request monetization.
Yeah.
We're not big enough yet.
Oh, now the pups are barking. Here we go.
Speaking of, guys, we are super close to 1,000 subscribers. We are only 15 away. So feel free to subscribe if you haven't already,
I'm gonna have to be muted for a minute because somebody just got home and they're gonna be barking for a bit. So I'll be back.
I would like to thank you guys, though. Thank you for almost 1,000 followers. It has been great. It has been great fun these past 3 months in this podcast. This looks pretty cool.
Watch, they're gonna show Halo Infinite like right as my dogs are barking.
Oh, Ross, here it is. He's either going to talk about X5 or X4 or That's pretty badass, actually. So here's the thing, guys. With streaming games, like I have PlayStation now on my PlayStation, and it can be rough even with PS2 games. So we'll see how this is.
Oh shit.
They finally look. Did you hear that, Ross? Not for football, not for TV, for gaming.
Thank God.
They're announcing Xbox 4. Oh man. Here it is. This is awesome.
That guy's beard is longer than my future.
Dude, it's an iMac. Look. You see that?
Big promises.
That's pretty damn... That's strong, dude. That's impressive, Ross. Dude, this is going to be stronger than my PC.
All right, man. Well, this kind of sucks, but I kind of have... Oh, wait. Am I still muted?
No, you're not. We can hear you.
Tait.
Yes, Ross.
Tait.
Yeah. Ross, can you hear me? Ross?
Tait, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, gosh. Wow. Project Scarlet, dude. Red Xbox? 2020 release. That's awesome. That's awesome. The AMD chip that they were talking about, that's impressive, dude. All right. Golden Light, I am on my own. We are going to enjoy this Halo reveal together, chat. Thank you, Chase. Thank you. Oh no. Halo. Ross, no! No, Ross! I'm calling him. I'm sorry, guys. Call Ross.
Calling Ross Fallon.
Ross.
Ross Fallon. Sorry that I missed your call, but
No!
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
The mailbox is full and can...
No, Ross. Gosh. Oh my god, they're Ross, no. Dang, guys. Oh, I can't believe it, dude. I cannot believe Ross missed it. I cannot believe that he missed it. Well, chat, now we're a few minutes behind. Golly, dude. I know this is a cutscene, but it looks damn good. Dude, I'm getting major alien vibes right now. Yeah, so fun. They just said that they were launching with Halo. They were launching the Scarlet with Halo. It doesn't feel very Halo though, dude. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Yep, it's Halo. UNSC. No. I've only played Reach, guys, but man, it's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, look at this game footage, dude. Oh, man. What an iconic voice, dude. I mean, I played Combat Evolved, but what an iconic voice. I mean, he sounded the same since. Wow. Wow, what a reveal. See, I'm not familiar with all the Cortana stuff, and I'm assuming that's what this is. Wow. Tactic Gears of War for some reason. Oh, I guess they're just recapping. Sorry for being so silent. I mean, I'm just kind of taking it all in. I can't believe Ross missed it by a few minutes. I mean, it's literally the last announcement. Wow. That was awesome. I mean, gee whiz. That was pretty damn cool. What do you guys think? It's a lot to unpack today, man. Well, if you guys want to see Ross and I watch the other conferences, we were talking about maybe watching the Square one, the Avengers one. So we might stream that. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in chat. But otherwise, I mean, I think that's going to do it for the podcast today. It's a lot to take in. Thank you guys so much. It's been such an enjoyable couple months, you know, doing the podcast. It's been lots of fun. We've been really enjoying it. And like I said earlier, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, then if you wouldn't mind, and if you enjoy what you're seeing, then, you know, maybe hit the subscribe button. But anyway, that'll do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, have a great day.